Funny here. That's what they do.
Your mama, you didn't want to say.
Right.
That's it? Wow. Nice.
Wait, we have no dinner.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but like something like that. And
I said they can give this a dairy. I see them in protest. Give them a dairy.
Oh, wow.
And that's how get rid of dairy.
They go, they're back in the same market again. But like, this man, you know, our quarterback, take him out. And then it's not.
Feel like Larry, they play on. But yeah, like my husband trade out there.
That was the dream. For that guy.
All right. Grab our seats. We're going to use the mic to talk because for the Zoom audience, there are mics in there so picking up the sound as well. So let's get started. People in the kitchen. If you're not bringing me a ribeye, come out of the kitchen. It's so serious this morning. Bring it out to the patio. Judy, make sure so you meet people on Zoom.
I got you.
Who's taking off spotlight? Who's removing the spotlight?
Oh, sorry. Let me see.
I muted Joe. Yeah, Ella and Judy, just make sure you help us out. Thank you. Everyone around the table. Come on in, come in the circle. Come on in. Yeah, we don't bite. You have to put it on.
Hard. He's not hard.
We're not like that there. Oh, we're not like oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, give me that mic
Down here?
down there. Jennifer. Just manage. You're managing the mic. Okay, who's ready for karaoke? All right, good morning. It is October 4th. This is our WE leadership meeting. Appreciate everyone coming and attending and just being here with us. We have the honor of having James Huang or Jim Huang. I call him Jim Huang from California. He is our founding president of EXP Commercial, and also my sponsor into EXP, which is you are part of his organization as well, and just proud to be in a great group of leaders coming together. So, you know, we call this meeting because we need a plan for 2025. And we also need to introduce a lot of our new partners that are coming on board. And as we just continue to grow, we want to kind of share different things that we've been discussing, and also Jim's vision on the commercial side, so you guys get to hear that firsthand. He's about to launch something in 2 weeks, so we get to hear that. We are live streaming, so just know that it's in the cloud somewhere. So, all right. So, you know, how everything got started is people join people. You know, when I met Jim through Aria, 2010, you know, we became friends, and you know, later on when he opened a franchise, I followed him to the franchise model, and then we had the opportunity for this EXP model. We also followed him, and not knowing what was going to be the outcome, but just knowing that whatever Jim does, you know, you follow. And if you don't know what you know, rev share and all that is, and what upline partners, sorry, wrong computer. So that's what I was looking at. So this is our upline leaders. You know, James Wong, Tom, Tracy Gagnon, Scott Lewis, Jennifer Flick, Gene Frederick, Elizabeth Brown. Right, these are our partners that we get to learn from and work with. So, you know, what really kickstarted, you know, growth in We Partners and why We Partners was created was actually a conference that I went to. It was called Build Conference back in 2021. It was in August here in Dallas. And I got to meet Bettina. I got to meet all these other great leaders and see what they were doing. And I just like, wow. I mean, they were very inspiring, right? You got to find people that inspire you. And there was not just one, right? There was a lot. And from there, we just continue to figure out what to do. And we launched We Partners Network as an organization to grow and be the glue for everyone. And of course, you're not just part of We Partners. You can create your own organization as well. So it just continues on. We created a little icon logo. Kind of a branding, right? Everything's about branding. Our leadership group, that you guys show up, you're part of the Panda Pack, right? Whether you like it or not. So that's our leadership group, and you're also part of the organization. So we do have our mission and vision of the organization, and it's really building this community and building legacy for everyone. And we stand still by this mission and vision hasn't changed. And we still continue to, I look at it almost every week just to push the organization to get to that vision. So my name is Daniel Ling. If some of you are new, haven't met yet, you know, I'm one of the growth leaders here. And this is Jim. And you know, what you need to do in this business, not just in your real estate career, find your right business partner. Calvin, unfortunately, wasn't able to come in today. He has some family matters to take care of. But you know, finding that right growth partner to grow with, to do life with, and not saying Calvin's my life partner. So if you find that, you know, great. So. Every Monday. So regardless if you're here locally in Dallas or out of state or over the country, overseas, we do have a huddle every Monday morning, and it's building that community of sharing wins. We do some updates, and it's really that team community bonding, right? Can we do other dates, or do you want to do another date with your group? Of course. But for We Partners right now, we have Mondays at 9 o'clock Central Time, and it's been very consistent. I appreciate Paul Roberts have been pushing me to keep it consistent and going for that. growth events. For those that are new, we have a lot of events that we're doing. We have a multifamily workshop. We have other things, North Texas happy hour, and North Texas happy hour is not We Partners. This is actually part of the EXP1 initiative, where we're all shareholders of the company. We own it together, right? Bettina, Robert Kramer was here earlier. A lot of us are leaders. Alvin's here. We're all leaders in EXP coming together and just supporting the community. As you know, we had a massive growth from 2021 to 2024 to now. You know, almost 50,000 people, you know, within that time period. We have, like I said, we have just a lot of events, so I'm just gonna skip through a lot of these things. This was a regional build event. Volunteers came together, a lot of North Texas leaders coming together, creating a value add seminar, production, growth, teaching everyone how to, you know, build their business and not just their growth, but as actually production. So, you know, the leadership is just continuing to grow, as you see. And a lot of you that started with me 4 years ago, 3.5 years ago, you've seen a lot of great people coming into the organization. The next picture. This one. This is when I finally see Jim rest. And he's actually resting and actually smiling when he's resting. It's good.
Baby,
So,
like a baby.
right. So I'm gonna skip through all these. There's a lot of events. If you take away anything today, is you know that there's always something going on, right? And why I'm sharing all these type of events is because you guys get to invite people, so they can feel the culture, right? And the event is not just parties. We do tours, we do these commercial tours, looking at developments, and we're going to continue to do that, right? But you guys can continue to do that, not me, right? You guys come up with some events. Let's create it together. We'll support it. Cabo, the next year, I believe it's in March. If you want to go to Cabo, there's another build conference that's going to happen. So, all right, skip through all these. There's a lot. All right. All right. So, what is next for 2025? That's the question I have for you guys as leaders, and then I'm gonna have you guys speak in a minute. But I'm gonna have Paul Roberts, one of our leader partners as well, share kind of a vision that you have and what you've seen from the outside and also being in now. And
like Daniel says, people follow people. Is anybody who's 40 and below here? 40 years and below. Okay, have you ever heard of the MP3? The MP3, put your hand in. The MP3 Zen. Y'all heard of the MP3 Zen? No. So Apple came out with an iPod. Okay. And it had one button, and that was it. The MP3 came out, and it had a spec sheet so long of everything of what it did. It was very impressive. Like it was like, how can this little bitty MP3 do so much? And Jennifer, the spec sheet was like a page long of how many songs it would hold. It was like 10,000, something ridiculous. And for us that were new to that era, we were like, how are we able to go from CDs to this little bitty thing and carry all of our music? Now, does MP3 Zen exist anymore? No. Does the iPod? Well, it became what we all have in our hands, most of us have in our hands today, right? Ultimately, that's what it became. So what was the difference? See, the difference was Apple talked about why they did it, and MP3 Zen said what they did. The MP3 Z, it was better than the iPod. It held more, it did more. But they got into the market to disrupt the market. That's why Apple exists. That's why they are who they are. It had one stupid little button in the middle, and it whooped their butt. And it only held 1,000 songs. But this is how it beat them. They say 1,000 songs in your pocket. That made sense. Versus this has 10 terabytes of da 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 da, and this speed and that speed. You can't say that, right? That's too difficult. You don't know their why. You know what they do, but why do they do it? If you want people to follow you, they need to know why you do it. EXP has a lot to offer. Oh my God. Well, like Daniel said, I'm kind of from the outside looking in and looking at everything y'all have to offer. It's like, man, but be careful. Be very careful of all that. Okay. It's important that we have that stuff. So important. However, it's not why we do it. So Apple decided they were going to change the status quo. That was their deal. We're going to come in, we're going to challenge the status quo. Would any of y'all line up if Dell's a computer company, right? Anybody own a Dell? Good computer, great computer. If they came out with a telephone, would we stand hours in line for that telephone? We'd say, no, Dell does computers. Guess what Apple started with? See, Apple can do anything they want to because we know why they do it. We don't have them in a box of just computers. In fact, they dropped the name Apple Computer, I think about 15 years ago. They got rid of it, it's just Apple now. Okay? You want to be that type of leader. You want your people around you to know how you do it. It's not good enough to say, we've got 100 hours of live training. Yes, we do. That's amazing. That's beautiful. That's what we do. But why do you do it? Why are people going to follow you? What's going to set you apart from everybody else? People follow people. This one, don't get upset with this, okay? Just stay with me for a second, okay? Clarity beats character. Clarity beats character. If you're clear in your mission and you're clear what you want to achieve, people will follow you. We've seen it throughout history. People with horrible character and people followed them. Why? They had a very clear, simple message of what they were going to do. Now, I've never met Glenn Sanford. One day I will. But from what I've learned and what I've seen that he has built here, he works in solutions. I think he challenged the status quo. I think he's a lot like Apple. I really believe that. If you look what he's done to the market, he's a disruptor for sure. But he challenges the status quo. I've seen him give 2 speeches, and the 2 speeches I gave, that man, that's why he built this thing. Okay. So he's already given us this level that no one else has. So don't, whatever you do, try to build a bunch of people by telling them what we do, what we offer, all the X's and O's. Now they're needed, they're great. However, people are going to follow you because you're clear on your mission. What are you saying to your people? What are you speaking to your people? When they're around you, when they leave you, what do they feel like? What do they feel like? Oh my gosh, this is a guy or this is a girl that's going somewhere. This is a person that's on a mission, right? Is that what they're feeling? Because if that's what they're feeling, they're going to stay with you. They might join for the what, but they'll leave you eventually. Just like we all left, many of us left the PC. Are y'all aware that the PC can do way more than the Mac? Like it blows it away. It's not even in the same realm of what it can do. But the most of us, what? We want Mac. The majority, we want Mac. It's just the way it is. They need to know why you're doing it and where you're headed. And I think that's why, I know that's why we've grown to 90,000 agents here at EXP. It's ridiculous. It's unheard of. Do me a favor. A lot of y'all are telling me what Real's doing or LPT. They don't have Glenn Sanford. It doesn't matter. They can copy all day long. People try to copy Apple. Doesn't matter. Not going to happen. They don't have their drive and their why. I used to get frustrated when people would say, tell me your why. I'd be like, well, what's your why? My why back then, Charlie, was just to pay the bills. I was broke. I wanted to feed my freaking kids. I don't have this big old huge why. Leave me alone, right? Here's how you get your why. You ready? Attend events like these. Attend EXPCon. Attend Dallas Build. Attend any NTX event that's been put on. And then you hang around people and you start to realize what your why is. I don't know how long was Glenn Sanford in the real estate business before he started EXP.
Maybe 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years. See, it's not like he got in and said, "Ooh, I'm gonna get in and disrupt it." No, he got in it. He joined an organization. He hung around great leaders. I'm positive of that. Okay. And then he was able to build it. When you hang around great leaders, your why will start to come to you. It'll start to just manifest inside of you. Because when you're out there attracting agents, when you're out there building and bringing people to your team, it's not good enough to just talk about what we do. Any college football people in here? I'm not a big college football person because I didn't go to college. That might be a reason. But anybody heard of Bobby Bowden? Great football coach. One of the greatest football coaches is what I've been told. I read books about him. And Bettina, he was one of the worst at the X's and O's. When it came to X's and O's, blocking and tackling, he taught that like he wasn't that great at it. But what he was great at was getting those people. He knew his people and he knew them well. And he knew how to get more out of them. And how many championships did he win? He won a lot. Okay. So again, X's and O's are important. Don't get me wrong. And that's the great news. What we have here at EXP, we got everything. We literally got every single thing. I mean, I'm looking at what y'all got and like, holy, don't cuss right now. What can we build here? How big can it be? How great can it be? We get thousands and thousands of people on our team, but you have to have clarity in your speech, in your talk with your people for them to follow you. And that clarity can create a movement. Now, I'm going to ask y'all to be mature because it's about politics and just ask y'all to be mature. Y'all be mature for me for a second? Can y'all please? Bill Clinton, he said, it's the economy, stupid, and he won an election for that. Isn't that crazy? In a debate, he said, it's the economy, stupid, and he won an election because of that. It was a clear message. People resonated with it. They felt good about it. What did Kennedy say? It's not what you can do for your country. It's not what your country can do for you. It's what you can do for your country. I hear some people moaning. You see, it just sticks with you. What do people say about you when they leave you? What are they saying? Are they saying, man, I want in on that mission? 15 years ago, I came up with a tagline that stuck with me. And it's, I'm going to find people that are friendly, easy to talk to, and got a spirit of gratitude. Friendly, easy to talk to, spirit of gratitude. I sold that company for multi-millions because of that tagline right there. And I had everybody in my organization saying, we are looking for people that are friendly, easy to talk to, spirit of gratitude. Some of them didn't even know what the hell they were saying when they said spirit of gratitude. They just saying, spirit of gratitude, right? But that's what it takes. I need people that are friendly, easy to talk to, spirit of gratitude. I'm going to build the same thing here, and I pray that y'all do it. Don't let me pass you, because I'm brand new. Y'all aren't. Y'all been here a while. I pray that y'all do the same thing here and build something so creative, so massive. Because what we have at our fingertips is ridiculous. What we have with this man. Daniel, when I met Daniel, I called him Pastor Timbo, who's in charge of my whole life, Pastor Timbo. And I thought, I found it. He goes, what do you find? I said, I found Daniel. And I found he's going to allow me to build a business around me and what I want to do. Not, I don't have to follow some type of this, and this. It's like, just go be yourself. And he encourages that. And then I met Glenn Sanford, and I was like, that man does the same thing. I think Glenn thrives off of people being themselves. I really believe him. I can tell by the way he edifies his leaders and builds everybody up. We were in the perfect position for 2025. Absolutely insane. All right, lastly, sorry, I'm talking too much. Good. Lastly, you got to have clear thoughts. People aren't going to follow you if you're scattered. You got to have clear thoughts, and you have to have internal peace. People don't follow people that are just all of a sudden, every time y'all know we got them. They show up to every meeting late, and they have the same excuse every time. Traffic was bad. I'm thinking, yo, bro, we all were sitting in the same traffic. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just something, right? Instead of just walking in and saying, just sit down, right? Just have an internal peace about yourself. People will follow that. People need, especially right in today's age, it's a messed up world we're living in right now, guys. It's a jacked up world. They are wishing and praying for a leader. Y'all are the leader. You. to be at peace with yourself and have clear thoughts. They want that more than anything. Because they're doing all this crap on the phone and they're reading all this bad stuff, the bad news. I haven't watched the news in 15 years, guys. I haven't watched it in 15 years. It ain't gonna take it, it's not gonna do anything for me. I have to be there for the people that follow me. You do too. Okay. Thank you all so much. I'm excited where we're going in 2025. I know with Daniel, there's so many skies that let him know. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. You guys want to go first? And I'll have Jimmy afterwards. You guys want to share kind of what you guys have in mind?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cynthia.
Want me to, take it away? All right. Hey guys, I'm Cynthia. Nice to meet some of you, right? We've all been in the same organization for probably a good 3 years. So how many of us here are residential agents? Okay, so you guys all, because I know we have a big commercial family here, and so things that I've, kind of come up with for all of us to be able to enjoy, participate in, and, benefit from. This particular idea that I came up with will specifically help us on the residential side. Now, once I roll this out and you guys can kind of see the vision, right, maybe we can figure out how you guys on the commercial side can create a version of this, because I personally don't really know the commercial process. So let me just kind of come over here because I sort of mapped it out so that I can just follow my thoughts very easily. So how many of us have cats this year already? Good for you, girl. And how many of us are iconic? Nice. Okay. So then you guys are familiar with production at very high levels. You guys run around like chickens with your head cut off, and the more successful you become in your business, usually the less time that you have, right? For people that matter to you, your kiddos, things like that. You're just not really all that present, right? I feel you, same boat, I'm all there. So I had to come up with a reason because, Paul's over here talking about reasons, right? What's your why? I too, want to continue to build a very successful business. And I also, at the same time, want to be very present with my little guy. So I've got a 9-year-old, and every time I've ever become very successful in my business, right? Sometimes you got the ebbs and flows, but he suffers. I have no time for him a lot of times. And all I hear is, Mom's always on her phone. I think the worst thing that I probably experienced was when he came home with like this sweet little Mother's Day thing. And the thing that he wrote that I was really good at was working. So, this is something that I want, from my heart to give us all our time back and still have the quality of life and still earn the income that you want to earn in real estate. So I've realized, and this is not going to be for those of us who have control issues.
Good luck.
Like, exactly. Oh, really? No. So this is not going to be for the person who has to have their hand on every single step of the real estate process, right? This is going to be for those of us who want to learn how to trust, pass on the baton, and then show up when this is absolutely necessary for you to do, right? So I have, been thinking about this for the last 6 to 8 months, and I basically want to create something for all of us, for a listing coordinator, the transaction coordinator, as well as a buyer coordinator, okay? So here's how it works. So basically, those of us on the listing side, right, you take a listing, you show up to the listing appointment, you wow their socks off, you win the business, you get them to sign the listing agreement, okay? So here's how, in theory, in my mind, this is how this works, okay? You then pass that on to your administrative assistant, your transaction coordinator. They upload everything into SkySlope. They input all of the information into your file, okay? Then your listing coordinator would then schedule staging, schedule a video, right? For you to show up and show off the house. Then they schedule your photos and they even drop off your sign and your lockbox for you. You're shaking your head. You may already have this in place, right? Something like it. Absolutely. So then from there, your transaction coordinator uploads everything. They input everything into the MLS. They get everything scheduled through Showing Time or Broker Bay, whoever you use. They change the status on your listing and make it active. And then they also input your open houses and your broker opens, right? So you're live, you're on the market, you start showing, boom, contract comes in. From that point, you as the real estate professional, you negotiate the contract. Boom, you reach the win-win. So from there, you hand it off again to your listing coordinator, who then works with the seller to, get quotes on repairs that the seller has agreed to. They would coordinate with the vendor, to schedule them to come over to the house to complete the repairs, all of that. Okay. Then from there, they coordinate any appraisals. Okay. So they work to get the appraisal scheduled, all of that. And then from there, usually I remember Anna saying at some point during the transaction, there's a time when you get through the appraisal and you're basically waiting for the lender to do their magic so that you guys can close, right? So you guys can close. Well, at that point, we need someone checking in with the client, making sure that, they're providing excellent customer service for us. Like, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, is there anything that, we can take off of your plate right now that would help you feel more accomplished, that would make life easier, things like that, right? Building that rapport and making you look like just the stellar person, okay? The best real estate professional, and helping you gain referrals, things like that. So then they do their weekly check-in and they schedule the closing for you. I even want them to, have this template where they create the gift for us, and all we've got to do is go pick it up and show up at the closing table like a freaking rock star. So in essence, you took a listing, you showed up and you got the listing appointment, you negotiated the contract, and then you showed up at the closing table. That's basically what you did. And then you had 2 rock stars working with you in person as well as behind the scenes to get you to closing. Right? And then the same thing on the buy side. So a lot of us know working with buyers is and don't have 10 of them at one time. Your office is your car, your glove box is your pantry, all of that kind of stuff, right? So basically, what my idea is to show up to the buyer appointment, get the buyer rep signed, go through your entire buyer presentation. Then you, once again, set up the expectations during the buyer consultation that your showing agents will go out and take you shopping, right? They'll help you find the home that you guys want. As soon as you find it, we'll draw up the offer. Okay, so that's maybe you can have your showing agent draw up the offer, or you draw up your offer, or you have your administrative assistant draw up your offer. Okay, and then you negotiate the offer, you negotiate the win-win. Then your buyer coordinator, then your transaction coordinator executes the contract, gives them the next steps after execution of contracts so that they can submit their earnest money, their option money, all of that stuff. And you're not like in your car driving all across town delivering earnest money checks, right? So they get a very efficient process and specific instructions on what they need to do to get earnest and option money. Then your buyer coordinator will work with them to schedule the inspection. Okay. They will kind of walk through repairs if they need some kind of consultation, whatever, like what kind of quote is this? How much would this cost me? You know, things like that, right? Then you basically negotiate what you want, and then you move forward with appraisal. Okay. Now, your buyer coordinator will then work with the lender on ordering appraisal. They'll kind of be the, you know, liaison between the buyer and the lender, checking in with the buyer, seeing if we have any red flags ahead of time, right? And then they will also be doing the weekly check-in. Hey, how's it going? You know, how are you feeling about everything? Here's the update that we have with the lender so far. Right? Is there anything that I can do to, you know, take some things off of your plate that would help make life easier? Okay. So they do the weekly check-in, and then they schedule the closing, they create the gift, and you show up to the closing table. I mean, you're definitely a part of the process, right? You're checking in, you know, with the client, but you're a little bit more hands off. Okay. So when you have like the needy client, of course, they're going to be tagging on your shirt quite a bit. Like, what does this mean? What does that mean? At least you have someone that's going to step in for you and take a lot of that heavy burden off of you, right? And I mean, like I said, this is not necessarily for the person who wants to be in control of the entire situation and have their hand on every single piece of the transaction, right? So, I mean, this is proper expectation when you show up to either the listing presentation or the buyer presentation. You set up the fact that, you know, you have an entire team that works along with you. And then you specifically let them know, like, you will be working with Mary on this part of our process. Mary was born for this. Mary was made for this. Trust me, you don't want me doing this part. Mary has got it all together, right? All the credentials that Mary has. And then on this part of the process, you'll be working with Sally, right? Sally was made for this. When it comes to this part of the process, you'll be working with Sally, right? So you just set up proper expectations that you are an entire team. And you're just kind of checking in every now and then, like, how are we doing? You know, we're at this part of the process, just want to make sure everything's smooth. They haven't forgotten about you. It's just that you now have 4 arms rather than just 2. Make sense? So these are just my ideas of how we can attract top talent, how we can serve top talent, right? And how we can become more productive in our personal business.
So, you know, one of the reasons we were coming up with this is production, right? For our top leaders, we have the Texas Ace team here. You know, they have this already. They have their whole team in the back end in Vietnam as well, and doing that Vietnamese for your Vietnamese clients. So when we talk to Cynthia and Anna, we're like, we need different languages because our group is very diverse. So I'm going to work with Teresa on the Chinese side of doing, because it's the same system, maybe different languages, but maybe there are certain things where the listing coordinator can coordinate with the Chinese VA or whatnot, Spanish, right, with Anna. And then, you know, what other language we have? We have other English, the minority. So that's what we're trying to do. provide value, because we partners, this is our 4th year coming. So this is our we partners 4.0, right? Because we are over 200, we're gonna be close to 300 by year end. We will hit 300 by year end. And it's a big office, right? So you can have the resources to do this now. And, we need leaders like you guys to step up to start it, because I am not that person. You don't want me doing this. Bettina will be great help because she probably has a system as well. And then how can we utilize this service in the future for North Texas in the future if we scale, right? Anything we do can be scaled, right? Jim's gonna share a little bit about what he's doing on the commercial side and the excitement that I have as well on the commercial end. So, what's up for 2025? Jim.
First, I just want to thank Daniel Wayne, great leader, great friend. He's just a servant leader, always giving of his time, helping others, never really, ever really thinking of himself. So we always have to look good. So let's give Daniel Wayne a big round of applause. And this was just really the great journey, watching everyone, having the opportunity. But this is the one thing too I had to learn. Don't be so focused that I forget. I know Daniel and many people said, talking about residential. You're right. Since I was so hyper-focused on the commercial end, saying, I got to build this, this is my legacy, this is kind of my why, but the why was to build the platform, since I've always been in commercial, for the freedom. We all want freedom, so we can spend it with our children, with our passion projects. Whatever it is, we want to find that freedom. And let me just say this, thank you for showing up. That's really more than half the battle, is to show up and find the right time to show up to events, to get to know each other. And that's the thing, if you're showing up, make new friends, don't talk to the same person, find new people, and really learn from them, somebody different, because that's how you grow, right? Out of your comfort zone, that's what everyone knows. And one of the things that I've learned, especially with Glenn, great visionary, great leader, we all are leaders and we learn from each other, but we've got to have systems and platforms. So that is the one thing that I started building for 2025 for our group on commercial. But yes, residential, I'm taking copious notes to get to my team. You've got to form a team. We all know when we start as agents, we learn the business, we figure out, are you buy, are you listing, what part of the industry are you in? From there, we know that there's the block. Do you hire? Do you bring in juniors? What's the next level? Then there's the next level. I own my own office or I have my own team. But to get to that next level, you need to add, you need to scale, you need to put systems in place. So each part is that, we all say growing pain. We've seen it at HP for those that have been around for a while. There's always these steps and layers. That is also your career, whether in residential or commercial. You learn your craft. And let me get it, you don't have to learn your craft forever. You learn it, you move to the next level. But if you move to the next level, and this is what we're doing as a group, putting in systems, putting in ways to help you be more efficient. Because there are things that our people have to learn, and this is where the discipline I came in, being an expert of your craft. Some people are listing agents. Some people are buy-side agents. Some people are mortgage agents. Some people are adding services. Right? Know where you fit, know your craft. What we're planning to do in our team, and we will scale and obviously work as a team with the company and help. And yes, I'm still at EXP. I announced all this stuff, but I'm still here supporting the We Network and many other networks and groups, because I do want you all to form your own team, your own group, scale this. And I said the best thing when I went through my career as a broker, then a syndicator, developer, I went through all the stages since the last cycle, is to free myself. And this is what I was just saying to some people, I love doing brokerage. I should have never got out of brokerage, but sometimes when you are too successful, you grow into a management, you grow this whole company. And then you're like, oh my God, what I love to do with brokerage, dealing with my clients. Now I'm just filtering complaints, headaches, right? And that's why EXP is a platform for you to grow and build on. You need to figure out where and how do you want to fit, right? It's a platform. You need to utilize it. The best thing about it, because they handle a lot of back office, which is the boring stuff. It's not perfect, but it does handle a lot of the back office and liability. So whatever you want to do to build it, and I'll just say with Daniel, Calvin, Keith Andrews in commercial, they weren't all built the same. Daniel loves this stuff. I said, this is perfect. He loves running around the country, the world, taking pictures, videos, right? Nobody. The Energizer Panda. That's what you are. I'm gonna make one over it. Energizer, right? He loves this. Calvin Wall, not so much. He likes to produce. We all know, right? He likes to produce. He likes to go and just do it. But you know, congratulations, icon year after year after year. Sometimes I tell Calvin, hey Calvin, you gotta donate more of your time. I think we're giving you too much money. Because I know when you were with me, like you said, you're following from Sperry. Nobody made any money. Franchise, right? It was very difficult. Because you gotta put butts in seats, you gotta handle. But I said, you gotta try this platform. And I remember Calvin said he's gonna give us 1 year. And then when he got his first check, I think his wife found a check in his mailbox. He goes, what's this? And I don't know, I think it's rent share. Then they started, aha, right? That's when you have it at the aha. Keith Andrews, not a producer, but he loves to coach and mentor. He made more, instead of having 3 offices with me, franchises, made nothing. But he found his lane, he found his why, he found his purpose because he loves to coach, he loves to network, he loves to bring referrals to his team. So that's why finding and using this platform, but finding your lane. The why is here. I think we all want financial freedom. So you can do whatever the heck you want. And then you don't have to keep stressing owning your offices. We all were broker owners. Many of us ran teams, scaled companies. Watching sometimes those that have been around long enough saw black swan events, right? Last cycle, this cycle wasn't pretty nice, right? With the interest rate being hiked so fast. So understanding this is a platform, but it is true what everyone said. You join people, you join culture. By building this, showing activities, having people show up, that's why you stay. You stay because of the people. You will give it that extra week, month, and even year for the people. But if you add the platform, the people, the purpose, you're unstoppable, right? That is what and how everyone needs to organize and work. So what we're doing for 2025, yes, build the strongest commercial team. And you're gonna see, because I have my freedom, because of EXP, and this is why I picked it, because many other commercial leaders, because of the cycle, are no longer in their commercial positions. They say, are you okay? You never have to be a W2 again. Think about that. That's tough, from no brokerage to having freedom. Thank you, and many of you, thank you. Because it freed me, but I'm not done. I want to give back. So with that, with our broker team focusing on commercial, but residential, and I'll share some of the things we're working on. Now running resales, because everyone knows what's going on with the MLS, and you can't show comps. A lot of third-party, non-realtor portals are going big. Well, resales is one of the largest ones. It went from 500,000 in August to about 700,000. Why? Because third party, you can show compensation, you can refer, you can do a lot of things. By being part of the network, it was built on residential, but those aren't on commercial. I'm helping put a flow of referrals and leads together. So if you'd like to learn more, I want to show everyone how this will work, not just for commercial, but residential also, and more collaboration. Using all the tools we have at EXP, but using other tools to help you get new business. The other thing we're doing in our group, like what you did great, is we network. We're building a renaissance, which is mostly commercial, where globally we're webbing around 20 past leaders because of some of the friends that we had come to join the company. But it allows a network service platform that we can all work together. We know how tough it is, and I saw a lot of services. Residential, you have restaurant. We don't in commercial. Lots of referrals, lots of ways to get paid. Residential has a lot of commercial leaders, especially those that work in luxury. I always say to Michael, you know, and love Michael and hello, Michael. Global luxury and commercial, we all have the same clients. high net worth individuals, very wealthy, multinational, they all own stocks, businesses, they own a lot of things. So because of that, commercial, we are setting a network globally because I love how EXP is in 24 countries, but we're not in all of them, we're on scale. But with this, we can now connect. We're not a brokerage company in this network, but it allows us to connect capital, development, and other parts. So having the EXP part, residential, commercial, building with RESAS technology connections, and having Renaissance, it's a network service model to tie everything together so people can plug in, automate it, so you can now really monetize relationships, serve your clients well with all the services and systems. We are working to create high functional VAs in different disciplines to help you, right, track, do your TC work, help you run your team. So that's what we're doing, is helping them from a broker's standpoint of how do we make you bionic? How do we make you better? You got to always form a team and know your strengths and weaknesses. I know I'm like, sometimes I get a visionary, I like to run out, but whenever I was weak, I built a fractional C-suite. Chief strategy officer, COO, general counsel, attorney, just all of it, right? To help me function, the team I'm building, and that we're all part of it, the platform. So we could all plug in, finding our lane of what we do. And I love showing up here and listening because I get feedback. I go, I need to focus on residential. We need to work on certain things. How can I help everyone get better? And when I hear enough, I go, that's the pain point. Get the fractional team together and put a strategy, implement technology, keep it simple, right? KISS. Educate, right? Educate, show people how they can plug in so we can accomplish this as a team. And with on the commercial end, this is the very exciting why I'm also in Dallas. Because we all know, thank God, the election is going to be behind us. Regardless of whoever wins, it's behind us. We are tired as Americans. We're just tired. We just need it behind us. Because we're expecting, the good thing is, especially in commercial, probably residential will happen too. Velocity will happen in 2025. So try to be prepared, right? Right now in this window, because velocity, especially for commercial, we feel it, we see it. There's always, we let's say, dry powder sitting on the back, waiting for the election, one way or the other. At least they know. Hopefully rates get cut a little more. And velocity, so that means activity. If that means that the prices are going to keep going high, velocity just means transactional volumes are going to increase. Thank God, after 3 years starting being commercial. Because I'm here, we're going to be doing a ground-up construction multifamily team. We are going to focus on development with housing. Our group will probably control much of the housing stock from new developers. We are building a very strong team in multifamily, probably because of just new friends joining us in multifamily housing portfolios, REITs. We're unwinding them, we're developing them, we're raising capital around the world, so we're finding partners that want to be in different markets, right? You always work with a local developer that knows how to do it. We're then going to price ourselves in saying, look, if we're helping you do all this, we're running and selling your homes. You get inventory before, and you may be able to run our new sales team in the location. Obviously, we're going to split, but it's a great way to market. And most of the people that have been agents, you got to work your listing, right? We know if you get deals, you get more deals. Some people are buy side. No, it's tough on the buy side. We're going to help you, right? How to get opportunities if you're the buy side, working certain markets, so at least you can get some leads. So collaborating around a team with many different groups in our company and our business, as you're going to see more and more groups are joining, and we're learning and listening to how do we make from an individual agent to entire broker firm, how do we help you? So you're going to see me talk with my strat plan team, listening to what may be bottlenecking and what do you need help with, and economies of scale. Because let's say if I make the money within RESAS or Renaissance, I'm going to take that capital like what Daniel does, reinvest it to get staff, people to be like an office manager, fractional office manager, to assist and help you scale. obviously, I'm gonna hold people accountable. That's the one thing that everyone needs to know, right? You gotta hold everyone accountable. Don't come to me if you're not doing it and I'm just gonna do it all for you. Not gonna happen. But if you're willing to walk to me halfway, I'm gonna walk to you. And probably even a little more, like many of you here. We're very giving. We're servant leaders. So with that, putting systems, putting other things in place, right? EXP does a great job, but there is systems, a lot of times we gotta help ourselves. But with the right people, platform, purpose, we're gonna get a lot done, and I'm listening. So always reach out to me. I love talking to people, understanding, learning, good, bad, the other. I always have a Saturday calls. We will be sending this out to everyone part of the team so they can help and learn what we're doing, learn what I'm doing at recess. I always told them it's a beta on the commercial. But those that are doing residential, because it's a large lead gen, there's a lot of things we're doing. Plus, we're gonna be doing a lot of new home constructions. Right now, a lot of developers are in trouble, they were doing bulk sales, right? They're selling, I'll give you 20, 50 units at a time. Take it, right? But it is has a housing track on it, so you can sell it later on. You know, they're selling it almost as a rent, right? So like a multifamily. So there's gonna be a lot of things that I do wanna plug in on the commercial, the residential, the luxury, you know, whatever skill set you have, and if you're interested about syndicating, developing, you know, other skill sets that you want to increase, you're gonna see other pieces that we're gonna put together for education, right? Knowledge is power. We're gonna teach you how to build your business to syndicate, because we know when the market turns, those that have been around last cycle, shoot, we should have bought more single family homes. There's always gonna be an opportunity. But we're gonna teach people how to find the opportunity or leverage the opportunity so you can be involved. And I will say, if you're ever interested in syndication, put some money with friends that you trust, so you learn how they put deals together. You know, forming LLCs, putting PPMs together, hiring property management, right? Like a deal flow, a sheet that you need to check the box and learn all this. We're gonna teach people how to be bionic. We're gonna teach people whether you're new, you have yourself and maybe a team or two people to a full-scale team, because this is what I learned. You've got to add services and other things to your team to enhance profit margins, to grow bigger, to free yourself. And this is how I want to end it. I love this company because it has so many ways of making passive income, and you don't have to do much more than just do your job. And whatever you choose to do, it can free you. But working together as a team is the way to do it. We all know, you want to go far, you want to go fast, you go by yourself. You want to go far, you go with the team. But I'll just say this and I'll add this caveat, the right team. You work with the right team of givers, and you can say, because over the long term, you see who wants to give, who shows up, right? It doesn't lie. And that's why I do love, always bring it back to commercial. Everyone knows everyone. And that's the fun thing about commercial. You can't fake it, you can't lie, just be authentic, be real, ask for help. People will help you if you just ask for help. So that's the exciting thing. I'm always glad to see Daniel, Calvin, you know, hello, Calvin, you know, and just everyone here to learn from you, to understand how I can better serve you now that I said I'm free from corporate life, because it's exciting. And I would just say the best thing of success is to watch other people more successful than you. Thank you. And please reach out and connect with me.
Thank you, Jim. Well, I'm gonna have everyone share something about themselves because there's a lot of new people. Let me. So we're gonna use the Ford method. I teach this to the champions when Jessica, Alvin, and Laura, we go to the Champions Real Estate School just to help them out. You know, instead of pitching EXP, I just want to get to know them. So I actually I print out this flyer and just like, hey, because it's good for what you're doing with your clients. So if you want to use this Ford method, I know it's kind of small, but projector. Just share something about
using the board method. So I'm gonna start with Shella. Well, I'll pull that up. So we're just gonna be sharing about something about yourself and it's something unique. Go.
So just anything about the. what's on here?
Pick something, you can use more if you want.
Okay, yeah,
Don't do
so.
more than 10 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
My eyesight, all this is a test for me. I used to have 20/20, but we'll see. Okay, so my name is Shala. A lot of y'all probably know what I like to do for fun and recreation. If anyone kind of has an idea, if they raise their hand, that will give me a test of who has an idea of what they know about me. Okay, Shala, Jim? Jim, anyone?
Athletic.
Yes.
Yes.
Extremely.
So, I like to say my name is Shala. I'm a little bit weird. I've had the same, like, when you're little, everyone asks, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? If you had a superpower, what could you do? And I've said the same thing since I was like 4 or 5 years old. If I could run and run all day for forever and never get tired, that is what I would do. So I don't have that superpower. I get very tired, but I do exercise that and I've kept that spirit as I've grown up, and I do like athletics. So thank y'all for the people who raise their hands, because that's just a little bit about me and it's something that I'm really passionate about and that I do love. I'm a runner and I expanded my skill set to be a triathlete. So if you're not familiar with that, I do Ironman. I'm actually training for Ironman 2025 in April. And that's where you do 140.6 miles, it's a 1.2 mile swim, 112-mile bike ride, followed by a 26.2 mile run, which is a full marathon. So I'm a little bit weird. That's what I like to do for just like recreation and stuff. For family, I would say I'm really glad to be a part of this group, and even listening to Jim and Daniel speak. People follow people, and that's really important for me because I have considered this group to be just a really good like foundational part of like my working family as well. So that's really important to me because I think like the dynamics and everything that we have within this group and within growing has just been very important. Occupation. So I have been in the world of real estate for quite some time on the commercial side as well. With that, I've actually expanded my skill set to be able to have more touch points with my realtor agents and contacts, because I really wanted to be able to keep connected and keep within this organization. So I actually am an insurance broker now as well. So anyone who has that that need is something that I can fill. I'd like to say I do everything except health insurance. So home insurance. I talked with Gabe the other day about just making that point where, hey, we're closing deals. I see people like Anna, making huge strides in their business, and that's something that I would love to be a part of. My personal goal is to help 1,000 agents, to help agents close 1,000 transactions with the insurance side. And dreams, yeah, that goes into, I did it a little bit backwards, but dreams, that goes into a lot about what I have and what I want to connect with this group about as well, is to just be able to dream and grow together, because I think it's very important that as an organization and as the We Partners, we all have this vision to stick together. Daniel always says something that really stuck with me, and something that when I was expanding that skill set, to be able to bring something to the table. That's something that's resonated with me for a really long time, right? To be able to bring something to the table. Jim said, if you ask for help, you will receive it. And that's something that I want to be able to do with you all too. So if you have any insurance needs, if you have any, you want to get past a mile or two, go on a quick run. Just lace up your sneaks and we'll go together.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Ernesto Camarano. I've been with Partner Network for 2 years now. I'm really happy to be in this community. I see that a lot of people inside EXP network. I align so much with the EXP community. Everybody's doing something besides just real estate. People are doing trainings, all that kind of stuff, and that's what I really like about the community. EXP aligned with my dream of get passive income, get some financial freedom, and I was able to connect my family. Basically, I'm blessed to work with my wife. We realized that we are being like a transactional level, and we're trying to transition into more business owner level. What Cynthia already talked about, we start implementing those strategies this year, and you can see like a big change in your business, like totally a game changer. I'm really happy to share with EXP commercial. My wife is in residential, so and we also have a lot of experience with residential investments and help with that. Thank you.
Hi, good morning, guys. My name is Laura Pena, and I actually joined EXP March this year, and I haven't been more excited. I came from Keller Williams for almost 7 years now, and I mean, it was totally different. EXP, it just aligns with my goals and the support that I've been getting, not only myself, but also the team has been phenomenal. I mean, the collaboration, the resources, everything has been amazing. As far as for me with family, I'm a mother of four, ranging from 11 to 21. And occupation, so I have been licensed for 7 years now, and before that, I was in the medical field since I graduated high school. Recreation for fun. I mean, since I'm always busy with the kids, and I have kids that have been in sports since they were like 3, 4 years old. So on my time, I just like to do nothing and just stay at home, relax, and maybe walk on the park, play, and read a book. And as far as my dream, I would like to continue to give back to the community and also everybody that has poured into me. I want to give back as well and pour onto others as well. So yeah, that's me.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jessica Garcia. I just joined EXP a couple months ago in April from Keller Williams. I've been in real estate for about 2 years now, and I actually started working with my stepdad in a family business. We do countertops. So as soon as I joined real estate, I was doing both. I was a waitress doing real estate and working the countertop business. So this has helped me combine the two now, quit the restaurant job, do real estate full time, and work with my stepdad full time as well. It has allowed me to create many connections in both real estate, bringing and assisting other agents in learning the investment side of it. I'm getting very familiar with it. Let's see what else. For family, I have one 10-year-old daughter. She is with me full time. She loves animals, art, and anime. And in the next 5 years, I see myself continuing to build my real estate business, but more focused on mentoring other agents, helping others, be more involved in the community, giving back, and hoping to have my parents work less in the countertop business, so we could have workers handling all that. Thank you.
Morning, everybody. I'm Alvin Culberson. I'll just start by going down the list. As far as family, I have a wife. I have 2 daughters. I have my youngest daughter here with me, with 9 and 15. And
It's the boss.
she is the boss. Occupation. I got my real estate license May 31st, 2013. I tell the story all the time. At the time, I had a pickup station dry cleaners, and I was getting ready to buy my first townhome. I was 20 at the time, and the realtor that I had was really great. But I was looking for something else to do. It looked very easy, so I went and got my real estate license, and it was everything but easy. But I stuck with it. I ended up selling at cleaners, going to work at AT&T for a few years. Then I went to join Keller Williams, which is where I met Laura. I came over to EXP in 2021. So I've been full time for a while now. I also do residential appraisals, and I also flip houses as well. Um, the most important thing about my occupation, especially at this point in my career, is mentoring. Daniel kind of hit on it about the differences between him and Calvin and what they like to do, or maybe you were talking about that. That's what I love to do. I love to mentor, coach, and help people because I wasn't able to become successful as an agent by myself. So now that I've gotten to a certain level, I just like to give that back. That's what me and Laura do. A lot of teamwork together. She does a lot more talking than I like to do. I'm more of a coach and a mentor. As far as recreation, I love golf. So any chance I get, I'm gonna go play golf. I know that a couple people y'all talking about being busy and not having time. One thing that I've learned in order to stay on top of your game, at least for me, you have to take time to do something for yourself. And so playing golf once or twice a week is something that's non-negotiable for me because I do work a lot, and then both of my kids are in sports as well. So I think there's only one day out of the week that my wife and I aren't taking one of them to practice or something. So and as far as dreams, of course, we all work hard, so I don't want to work forever. But my dream is to be able to continue to work, put the pieces together for me to be able to live freely, travel as much as I want to and not have to physically go to work, but have built enough passive income through, revenue share and through properties to where once the time is right, that I can travel and do whatever I want to do without having to worry about physically working.
This thing came by quicker than I thought, man, but here we go. I'm Brandon Scribner. This is my life partner, Jennifer. I have a 4-year-old kid named Eleanor. We call her Brandon Jr. sometimes because she looks like me, acts like me. She's just basically a twin of me, right? Occupation, I've been a realtor for about 3.5 years. I remember the date I got my license too was April 2021 is when I quit my W-2 job too. Best thing ever done, besides her, That's a different conversation right there. It was medical sales I did, recreation. What I like to do is hang out with my family. I'm really big on family. What we also do is we choke people and break limbs. We do jujitsu together, so we're not that, that killer right there. Green. I told myself I would retire by 40. So that's 10 years. I got 9.5 years to do it. The reason why I want to do it is I want to spend time with my family, do the things that I love. I also watched my family work very hard, growing up, and I saw how much time it took out of them. So I want to change the course of what I've seen, make it better, and also retire my family so they can do the things that they love. So short and simple, and let's go. Thank you.
I'm Jennifer. This is my family. We also have a beautiful daughter together. I was raised by my grandparents, so I'm gonna do this out of order. But my dream is to basically take care of my grandmother. She came from other countries. We worked 3 jobs to support my siblings, and so everything that I do is for my family, being us, and also my grandmother as well. Occupation, I help Daniel and we partner with operations. I actually used to write curriculum for Plano ISD, and I also taught at Plano ISD, so I love organizations. I love curriculum things. I just love putting everything together. Working with Daniel and it was wonderful because I get to learn from him, and then we get to implement it.
You don't work for me, you partnered up.
I am part of it. But everything that I learned, he's been a wonderful mentor. I get to transfer it to our family. for recreation when I'm not with my family. Yes, we train jujitsu. That's like our form of therapy. We've been training for about 2.5 years now. For a woman, it was really important for me to learn self-defense, something that I always encourage women to do, which is learn how to defend yourself. It gave me confidence and it was very powerful. And yeah, that's all of it. I know it. Awesome.
Hey everyone, my name is Charlie, from Texas A&T, and then Alex is my partner. I'm glad to be here today with everyone and love to hear the stories from you, like that inspire me and inspire everyone to go big, go higher in your life, maybe from your dreams, what you thinking about and try your best. And quick about your family, like I'm still living with my parents because I want to take care of them. They don't speak English, of course, with with a son, what I like do everything for the family. That's my one of my biggest motivation every day I work. And the occupation, like I'm a realtor, like real estate professional, and yeah, I want to higher in life. And next recreation, like solar. I like running, do exercise. Like every day, want to do even like one or 2 times a week, play soccer. That's the one my passion. Like take my blood and you can see some soccer ball. Yeah, and the dreams. This one I picked this one for the best part because like dreams and motivation gonna bring you higher and higher in life. For example, I have some of the color bracelet. Some people think just like for fun, but it's not. I put this one like my goal. Since I came to the States, I have four, but I cut June ready. I don't tell anyone until I achieve my goal, and they cut it off to tell me, "Hey, Charlie, you can do it." And this one every day with me, like to remind me every day, Charlie, you know your goals, you know your motivation, so your best to do it. Sometimes, of course, everyone gonna get tired, but look around, look at family, look at your goals. That bring me up. Start your best. Try your best. Thank you.
Good morning. Oh, sorry. I want to speak. I want to speak. Okay. So I'm Gabriel. I'm with the EXP Realty. So my occupation can tell I'm a realtor. I sell real estate. So my passion is of course to help people. I hope. And then I'm into luxury as well. So EXP Luxury. Currently I'm working on. I submitted an offer for $3.5 million. That I can get executed. Okay. Family, 3 boys, 11, 9, and I got 1 year. So I still got a long way to go. And for recreation, I'm into basketball. Recently, I just picked up golf. So anyone who wants to play golf, I got one right. So we should play golf. Okay. And my dream, I just want to live long because I got 1 year old, right? So I still got a long way to go, man. But yeah, I'm happy. Thanks, Daniel, for inviting me here. Always reminding, sending notices to us, right? Coming, meeting with Jim and, all the great leaders. Learning, right? Talking to Charlie, very inspiring. So yeah, here I am. So yeah, let's meet up. Let's talk more.
Hey, everybody. My name is Shelly Huang. And I just joined EXP about 2 days ago. And most of the time, it's always my partner, Teresa Tong, do the talk. And I'll sit in the behind since I'm the one got pushed out now. And this time, we're very excited. We bring our team to EXP. We got several people sitting here, and we are from Tong Parsons and Terry Realty. We formed our brokerage about like 5 or 6 years ago, and we have like 80 agents in our brokerage. 80 agents in our brokerage. But lately, thank you for Daniel, never give up on us. we've been talking to Daniel about like 3 years ago, and we see the growth and the expense, and always the very exciting parties and trainings. That's something really attract us as well. And being, a leader and owner for brokerage for 6 years, and we kind of thinking, all the overhead on us, me and Teresa, about the legal issue and the trainings and the back office is a lot of work, lots of work. So, after almost 3 years talking to Daniel, and we finally decided to join EXP, Daniel's team. So we're very excited and looking forward for the bright future. And still, I'm like Calvin. I said I'm giving it a year to try. But I really, after before we transfer, I'm very nervous, to be honest. I'm very nervous and don't know where this is gonna go. But after I decided and I put my mind and really think deeper, and I think this is gonna be great. You set up your goal, you set up your mind, and you go for it. And about myself, I have a family of 4 and 2 kids, 2 boys, and my little one is about to graduate, so I will be free. Yeah, and I've been having a real estate license for probably 13 years now. And I do been to Keller Williams, Coldwell Banker, and some smaller local agency before. So I still think, for the bigger organization, I can give us more support and, more trainings, and I think everything will be great. And for my dream is retire, but still have income. So hopefully the EXP can bring that to me. Thank you.
Good morning, I'm Ashton Tolbert, and I joined EXP back in June, and I'm still a fairly new agent. I haven't even made it a year yet. I look very young, but I have 2 girls, 13 and 10, and they usually would run track with Alice, but I met him. And currently, I'm still working as a registered nurse. I do it a couple days a week at night, so I can juggle all the family and real estate. I'm just trying to build that business. I hope to be like a lot of you guys here in multiple businesses. One of my dreams is to own a nonprofit for minority kids to help them travel. I know the benefits of exploring the world and what that can offer to them. And then own, a couple other businesses as well as owning real estate myself. As far as recreation, when I'm not at the track with the kids, I usually enjoy reading. I am definitely an avid, lifelong learner, enjoy reading, education, and that's what I hope to offer my clients. The benefit of being educated and knowledgeable about the market in that transaction, especially for first-time home buyer. So thank you guys for being here, and I would love the opportunity to learn from all of you guys here. Welcome knowledge here sitting at the table.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Han, also known as TC. This month marks 1 year with EXP. I wish I joined 10 years earlier. I was sharing with Paul the other day. I was with a platform brokerage on my own island, like most agents in platform brokerage. You're on your own island. This is family to me. I felt it day one, joining the team. Just thank you, Daniel, Alvin, James, and everyone, all the leaders, all the team members that made us where we are today. And I'm so excited to grow with the team, grow with the family. Been in business for 16 years, very passionate in real estate. I'm also an investor. We flip houses too. I need to focus more on my real estate business. I told myself recently, just all over the place. And go to family, have 3 kids, 4, 7, and 9. My mom lives with us, or we live with my mom. Never left my parents. occupation. I share that. Recreations, I like mountain biking, hang out with the kids, the family, play sport with them. My dream is, thank you. I always thought I wanted to be a realtor for life. You know, we all are, but I didn't have a goal of retiring because I felt like, oh, I can do this for forever. Like being a realtor, right? It's fun. I love it. I'm gonna make a 50-year-old. I'm gonna retire. But the dream is to build a business where I don't have to work. The business runs. I've been an operator way too long. Building a team where the business runs itself. Being a business owner and not a business operator, and very, very excited to be part of the team. Let's grow together.
Hi, guys. My name is Bettina, so it's okay. Married to my husband, Huang. Hello, everybody. Y'all met him. My oldest is 25. His name is Logan. Sebastian's 18. He's in Portugal, and Ava's 14. My occupation for quite a bit now, my primary occupation has been EXP and all that EXP has offered. Because of EXP, my recreation for quite some time has been RVing. We did quite a bit of that and traveling with my family. The reason I like the RV is because we're very close together in a very small place. That means they can't get away from me. And also for the last year, my joy has been I've been committing on the first day of every month to fly out to LA to be with Brendan Burchard and my lad and to do coaching with them in LA. And that has been an amazing commitment. And my dream is that we can take what I have learned this past year and bring all of us together here at EXP. Can I share? Can I have an extra 2 minutes? Is that okay? May I? Okay. So is that okay, you guys?
Yes.
So as you know, we talked about leadership. We talked about leverage through our systems, our processes, leveraging the organization. We talked about growing ourselves. I had the blessing of being mentored by Rob Fleck. And I had him on a podcast recently because he's doing it again. Because it's a game, right? And I know that one of the things that he always pushed wasn't about it wasn't ever about me. It wasn't ever about him. It wasn't ever I when he spoke. It was really about bringing people together, right? About inviting people together. And what that did, and I think why we grew so much so fast, is that he empowered everybody, no matter how they felt about themselves personally. Because have you ever had that moment where you felt like maybe you weren't enough to invite that person or to sponsor somebody because you didn't think that you were enough for them? Am I the only one? Okay. I'm letting you know it's not about you. In spite of what everybody wants to say, in my heart and my belief, it's about us. So because it is about each one of us, it means I can sponsor a top commercial broker, even though I've only been doing residential since 2006, because I know Daniel, I know Jim. Not in my organization. I'm not in his organization. We are not anything to each other. We talk about stuff, but it doesn't matter because it's what we do for each other. Does that make sense, guys? I don't have to be enough for that person. I can sponsor them because Daniel is enough. Jim is enough. This is my passion, right? So what this means, about 2.5, 3 years ago, we started getting together. We started our first rally, bringing leaders like Levi, Daniel, Nicole, Brittany, who else? Sheila, Jean, everybody, Tom, like all these. And I purposely chose people who were not in the same organization. We did this on purpose. So I say this, encouraging you guys, yes, what we have here is amazing, right? Imagine now we're building your organization in Oklahoma, in Florida, in Canada. You don't have a presence there, but you know your people will be taken care of because they're in a culture where there's nobody left behind. You don't have to be everything to everybody there. So we're building it here in North Texas. I'm letting you know we're an amazing example for the rest of the country. And you guys should really, really be proud of that. And a lot of that is Daniel and that grill and that patio and that deck and those photos that he takes and everything that he does. So huge credit to you. So guys, I wanted to say thank you to you and thank you for letting me come and join you guys. And thank you for all that you do and all that kind of jazz. And thank you for letting me just share a little bit extra today.
Good morning, everyone. I am Gaby Rocha. I am Ernesto's wife. We have 2 children, a 10-year boy and 3 years girl. So our occupation is investment, commercial, and residential side, mostly in Spanish speaker. So if you need some extra help with that, you are here. I recently heard something very powerful and I want to share really quick. If you want to know where you are in your career, you need to check your calendar, your schedule. You need to check who you meet with and who you learn from. They will tell you where are you, but most importantly, where you are going. This career is all about in the life and our career is all about making decisions. And I really happy to be part of this team and we can grow really fast together because in our life and in this market we are going to present some difficult some moments some hard moments, so in group we can go really fast and be a good team. So that is all. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Sunny. I guess I was there because of Daniel, like everybody else. So a little bit about me. I joined EXP of Calvin and Daniel about 4 years now.
One of the beginnings.
One of the beginnings. Way too long here. So I want to leave this quote before I start this question. In my career, I always been working with just single agent, never been in a team until Daniel and Calvin approached me for it. And this kind of resonated with me, what Daniel doing and just click and just hear from everybody's story. You will get all you want in life if you help enough people along the way. And Daniel built this community and I appreciate it. Now I see vision and his little panda passing. You know, I don't know what the hell that is. It resonated with me slowly, right? So this, when I look at this concept, is like Daniel, my extended family. EXP is my extended family, and how we can collaborate together. We all have a personal family. I have a beautiful boy in Canada with his mom, bless her heart, right? So nobody perfect in the world. It's how you structure your family and work together. Right, my occupancy, so I'm a realtor. I've been doing this thing when I was in college. We have up and down summer cycles. It's not good, and when it's good time, we all party, we cheer each other up. When it's bad time, everybody behind it, right? But because of it, I realized is you cannot be by yourself in this real estate business. The market changed. You gotta meet people. And because of Daniel, I got to meet with Jim, so Jim introduced me to a team with I didn't believe I was able to connect with. So EXP is a platform, connect with the right people, help you grow your business, right? I like personal development. I like podcasts. I like to share. I like to share what I learned along the way. I think it's a part of life. As long as you learn and you can share and help other people grow, it's the best way to help you grow as well. So that's my recreation. When I do spare time, hang out with my family, my mom. I want her to retire. I think I'm getting very close to put her away for good and let her travel and, mom, just leave me alone, I'm done. My dreams, is try to grow with people that share the same vision and that same core value and belief that I have and everybody have. Right? Do good, you should receive it. Surround yourself with good people. Because of gyms, I'm able to see my team a little closer. I've been working on a project for the past 8 years. So I get a chance to help revive downtown Dallas project to bring community together for affordable housing and bring motivation, technology out in downtown that we try to build. That's all it. And we have a podcast. Feel free to follow it. Thank you.
There we go. Well, I'm sort of the outlier here, right? I'm with Stillwater Lending. The owners are here too. Really thank you for the opportunity for me to join you guys. Just kind of listen in, see what what's going on with DXP and Daniel. I know we met a few times, but really I'll keep it short here. For me, when it comes to the sport model, family and dreams, they go together for me, right? Being a single dad of 3 kids, you begin to kind of reassess yourself, right? To find that peace, things like that. And for me, that's my motivating factor there is to do it for my kids. Not only in a position to set the example, but be the example, right? So as far as occupation, golf is my thing. Recreation, that's just something I like to do. Occupation itself, a couple of things that kind of resonated with me is servant leadership. Right? When you think about servant leadership, you give a lot of your time, but you're there to see other people grow, right? So with that, again, that's Tony with Stillwater Lending. And
Good morning, everyone. My name is Alex. I'm in real estate for 5 years, and we partnered for 3 years. So for family, I'm married for 5 years, and we don't have kids yet. I and my wife, we love traveling around state, around the world. So that's our passion. We love traveling around. Occupation in real estate, residential. I and my partner Charlie, we made the best decision to form a team for last 3 years. We're super proud of our production, our team member working hard and to be able to provide top customer service to our clients. And for the hobbies like other real estate, I like to spend time with my wife, my family, love traveling and soccer. I play soccer on the weekend and it's on my blood too. So it comes to my dream as well. So when I was a little kid, I followed my team Manchester United soccer in England for a long time. My dream just like one day be on the stadium watching them, and I made it on 2022. So technically I made my dream, but like for 5 years, would like to basically to have kids, take care of my wife, take care of family, and also be up a team. So super happy to be here, learn from everyone, and we love to go together.
No, Daniel, don't record me.
You're on YouTube.
Oh, sorry. No, I'm gonna keep it really short. My partner likes to talk most. But dreams, we're all living the dream, right? Every one of us, we wake up every day, we give grace. My dream has always been to be an entrepreneur. When we started this company, it was, something that resonated within us because we are in mortgage, right? Mortgage can be a really chaotic process, but when we built Stillwater Lending, we decided, it was a place of calm and grace, right? The occupation piece was really, for me, getting the brokers out there and having them sell their dream, right? Getting rid of all the stigma behind how mortgage brokers are. I think that was the one thing for us, growing it, and we've grown it, and we're a big team. Tony is a big part of our team as well, and a great leader for our team too. So really blessed
to be around you guys, especially as leaders, to have that same vision and that mindset to innovate the market, right? Just because there is stigma behind real estate agents, right? The same thing with mortgage on our side too. So I'm glad that, we have this. This is my first meeting with him. I've been talking to him for like 2 years, 3 years, maybe 4. How long have I known you? A long time, but but actually sat down and talked to him within the last 2 years, and that same vision that he has is what we have within Stillwaters. And family, I have 4 kids. They keep me busy. They're my recreation. So, my husband, is a big supporter. We've been together for 23 years. So it's those things for us, and I'm grateful. Like I said, living the dream, and instilling for us is like, we have to get our mind right in order to keep our grind tight, right? But thank you, Daniel, for bringing us here.
Hey guys, Delano Mulkey, again, thank you, Daniel, for just having us. Stillwaters Lending, we've been in operations for a little over 3 years. We've been on the broker side for, I guess, about 5 years now. I've been in industry 15 years, Vanities about 12 years. So a lot of experience within our team. We're based out of Grand Prairie, Texas. Pretty much, I'm family. I have 2. I have a daughter at Texas Tech. Rackham. So I have a young one. She's going to be 11 here in November. So, and then of course my Stillwaters family. So we definitely created a great culture within the company. We have a great synergy, and I think that's just due to what we bring as individuals, but also as experienced professionals. So we try to really feed off of that. So occupation, obviously mortgage broker. That's something I didn't think I would do ever. But working in corporate America, try to climb that corporate ladder, start to realize that it's not for me. I'm not one of the guys to be in the box. I want to be outside the box. I want to be doing my own thing. So becoming a lender, but also a mortgage broker, definitely become a dream. Just because it allows me to be who I want to be, allows me to navigate how I want to navigate. Also tell the team, this job should be your business partner, right? So you should make this your business partner in efforts doing other things. So you should take it that serious because, in order for you to, excel at your occupation, but also get an opportunity to accomplish some dreams that you want to do in life. So, recreation, sports. I mean, I do sports, and my daughter's in soccer and flag football, and I travel. And again, I can't do all that without being, in this position. So, other than that, thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Sean Lee, and today is actually my first day here, and I'm enjoying you guys with my leader Teresa and Shirley from Tom Parsons Realty. And for my family, I don't have kids right now, and my parents actually live in California, and they're doing real estate business. So they always ask me, "Hey, Sean, why don't you do a business with real estate, and we can help you with it." But I live in Texas, and sort of I don't want them to get involved with too much help with my life. So I've become a real estate during the COVID. Before COVID, I was a cybersecurity analyst for Hewlett Packard, and I got laid off at COVID. So back then I didn't have anything to do. So I was like, why don't I just get into the lessons and then get a license for the real estate agent? And I did it. And I joined Teresa's team and Shirley's team right away. And for occupation, I also own a karaoke bar. It's in Spring Creek and 75. It's called Space Karaoke Bar. You guys can check it out. Thanks for reminding me to get discounts. And for recreation, I like to play golf. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We got a team for golf. But I suck at golf. My handicap is like, if you guys don't mind. And I like to fish. I just got into fishing last year, and I'm really liking it. And I also like to play basketball. So when I'm home, I like to play video games. But I didn't have a computer right now, so I just play mobile games. And I also partnership with Tencent to have Dallas Honor of Kings, which is a game, going to have the first contest with partner with Tencent and my karaoke bar. And I held a contest, a video game contest in my bar. So, and my dreams is actually I would like to travel around the world. I like to visit all the cultures, all the country, all the people, and that is the dream since I was a kid. Alright, and that's me.
Hola.
Hola. Okay, my name is Estella Love and family, I'm married, I have 3 kids. I moved to Texas like a year ago. I have been always visiting Texas very often because my son, he went to Baylor. So we always, back and forth, and he stayed in Texas after he graduated. So my daughter moved to Texas, and then they said, "Well, Mom, what are you doing in California?" So I moved to Texas a year ago, and I was born in Canton, but I was raised in Peru. So I grew up in Peru. So my heart is Latina, but my face is Chinese. But I love my Hispanic people because they're so genuine, they're so hospitable, and I love to help them because of the language. So my occupation, I am a loan originator right now, and somebody introduced me to Cindy Bow, and I thought, oh, EXP, I can meet a lot of realtors, right? So I came to visit Daniel with Cindy, and you guess what? I'm part of the EXP now. And also my daughter, she's getting a license to become a residential realtor. So I've been a realtor since 2002 in California. I was very successful. Then after the 208, then ended up being up and down. So this is my occupation. I'm a loan originator. I'm part of the EXP commercial team, trying to learn about commercial. And my recreation. Oh, by the way, occupation. You guys are all looking for retire on your 50s or something. I'm already in my retirement age. And I'm looking for things to do to keep myself busy and work and energized. It give me energy to continue serving our communities, to serving people. Because, Danielle, you know how it is that we are part of our belief. That's how we, grow up with that. We live for other people. We live for our family. I have a mom that she's 93, and she lives in Peru, and I support her completely, with housing, everything. And I live my life serving my kids. Now they're all grown up, they're all gone. So that's why I need something to do. We don't expect to retire, not to. I want to continue working. And my recreation is going to have a nice meal in a nice hotel, in a nice restaurant with a friend. Most of my clients are my friends, so this is how I build my business too. Actually, that is the best thing I can. Is the best enjoyment I can do during either, the free time that I. So my dreams. When I came to EXP, I was kind of a little down because, well, this is a new place, this is a new state, I don't know anybody. I was homesick. But Daniel explained to me the vision. And now I have friends here. I can build, closer relationship that can become my family. And Daniel, you're important because he never gave up on me. He always sent me texts, remind me, even though with all the other. So give me, I always liked to build team. When I was very successful in California, because I had a team. I had like 6 realtors under me, so that I was kind of the top producer in our company. But the team is what helps. It's not me, it's not, anybody, but it's a team that makes it happen. So my dream is, learn from you to see if I can build a team, learn from commercial, real estate, and see from there.
Wow. It's a little bit wild from me, but well, this is my second time to like this kind of situation to speak and speak. And I'm here today because for this I'm sure you know. Yeah, and I think the my application is and actually well, I'm a bit different than everyone, and I it's like feel like retired for 5 years with the COVID. Yeah, and we moved to the far, pretty far away, almost hour drive to here, and just my husband and I right now. I have one son. He's 37 this year, and I was retired age, but I want back to and learning, study. English. I want this football to stay home. And anyway, I got my license since 5 years. And kind of like a long time I don't active my career, but I'm jumping back in now, and I'm happy. And I like landscaping garden stuff right now in the farm. I love this. Yeah. My dream, so I want to try and real estate in Korea just one more time. Since my age is like retire time age. Yeah, I just want to try the new things. And I just studied a little bit online study the ESP. Gave me lots of energy. I have a really special feel this morning. I just got up really early, 6 o'clock. Long time not like this. I just stay home for like a relaxing time and like to wake up, this kind of stuff. I got up really early this morning, ready, and say, okay, I want to see the new things, new people, new friends, and new family members here, and so excited. Thank you so much, everyone.
You still have your vineyard?
Oh, sorry, I was
Still have your vineyard?
oh yes, well, my husband is so busy
Your
working.
grandmother that you gave.
Oh, really? That's 5, 6 years ago, right? Yes. No, that is happy. Yeah, that is happy. My husband's happy. Yes.
Drinking wine is the secret, keep yourself young.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I love that. Hello, everyone. I'm Teresa Tong. I think if you are on Daniel's Facebook, you have already seen his posted announcement that we're so proud to join the team, the kind of bigger part of EXP family, and not only just Daniel's team, but also the EXP family. We are the Tong Parsons and Terrell Realty.
And I just wanna honor all our team members who showed up today. Can you raise your hand or you wanna stand up? I know you have a couple other people over there. Thank you all so much for showing up today and being here. It's a tough transition for them because we started as a low split brokerage for many years. We started in 2000, the end of 2017 and early 18 until now. So it's been we say 6 years, but it's actually almost 7 years now. And so for our team member to change from a 10% split to a 20% split, it was a huge change. It is a huge change for everyone. So thank you. I'm very proud of you for making the change and making the decision to come into a bigger and brighter future here. Thank you for being here. So that being said, it was for my team, and now I'm moving on to myself. And I love the sport method. I just want to tell you that I actually have done a lot of different things. Believe it or not, many years ago when I was in college, I was a Mary Kay lady. So I love you were too. Okay. So I love to put family first. So that was the golden rule of the Mary Kay business, and I just love that rule is family first, business second. We just have to do that. And so I love to have this method for us to introduce ourselves, not just to with between a client relationship, but it's really for any team, any family members. I want to do this with my family members because sometimes my kids have grown up so much that I don't even know them anymore. So I have 2 kids. One is in college, one is a senior, same age as Shelly's son, younger son. So we have similar age kids and we get along very well. She's like my sister with another family, even better than my own sister. You know, I don't even have one. I'm an only child. So my husband, he's an actuary. He doesn't talk much, and he's a tech guy. That moving on to occupation, I actually came from a technical background myself too. I actually had a bachelor's in computer science, a master's in computer engineering. I was a computer engineer for 17 years. And now I'm a broker. I have been a broker for 8 years. So I love doing real estate, and that kind of leads to my dreams. I think I am living my dreams now because I do what I enjoy and I make a living out of it. And that's why I teach my kids. I said, look, you're in college now and pick something, find something, try everything you can, but find something that you're passionate about. Find something that you can do really well and you enjoy doing, but still make money. A lot of people are not fortunate enough for their lifetime to find something they're passionate and they're good at and they can do and enjoy doing, still make a living. That's something that we're fortunate about, that we are fortunate today, that we do something we love to do and we still provide for our families. So that is the core. And that is my dream. I feel like I'm living my dreams now. But there are a lot of things that I dream about. I want diamond, I want it's okay. I want a bigger car, I want iPhone 16. But those are materials, right? So when you look into your heart, when you really feel content, when you feel really happy, it's about something you enjoy doing. And I enjoy sharing, I enjoy teaching, I enjoy having a big team member. All our team members are like my families, my sisters and brothers. And I feel like maybe in the future, I want to have a bigger team. I can help more people. We can all share the same dreams. We can all make a living, provide for our family and be, well, I'm going to get to that freedom thing. Be, financially free someday. However, freedom doesn't mean you don't even do anything. Freedom doesn't mean that you just stay home and lay in bed. Freedom means that you have a freedom in your mind that you can enjoy, you can choose what you want to do and what you don't want to do. That is the key thing about freedom. So I hope everyone my dream is that I can help everyone. I can be that one. I can be the model and help everyone be free and be able to provide and choose whatever you want to do or you don't want to do. That is the freedom we want to do. As a recreation,
I love your dream to become a triathlete, or is it do triathlon? Triathlon. I actually work out with my trainer, a personal trainer. She's a tiny lady, Chinese lady, and she has done triathlon multiple times. I cannot believe her. She's like my age, maybe 2 months older, but she has done triathlon so many times. I cannot wrap my mind to it. And she said, "Oh, you can do it." I said, "No, I can't. I don't even have."
You can do
Anyway, so I train with her twice a week. I really don't consider that as my recreation because that's just like she's really a pushy lady. She's like, "You got to do it. You have to do it."
When you don't want to, you do.
So I actually enjoy going there. She kind of gave me a brainwash, like you gotta do this, you gotta do this. And okay. So that's kind of keep myself in shape and trying to be physically able to achieve my other goals. And by a recreation, I really think my recreation is singing karaoke. So that's what I love the job. So everybody should visit his store, the Space Karaoke bar on 75 at Spring Creek. So my partner Shelly and John Terrell, he's not here yet, but I think he's coming either for lunch or dinner. Anyway, we have a KTV tonight, right? So all three of us, we love karaoke. So that is my recreation. That's when I relax and when I kind of just, scream at the top of my lungs. That's my recreation. And I love to travel. My husband and I, we travel a lot. And last year we traveled all around the world, Europe and South Korea. I've been to Peru last year and China. And he's always like, "Oh, too many continents in 1 year. Maybe next year we'll have to take a rest." So anyway, we are so excited to be here. That's a lot about myself, but the more we get to know each other, the more you find out that I just love to make friends. And I want to thank Daniel. Daniel is like a brother of mine, and he's been trying to recruit me literally in 3 years, more than that, since we got to know each other 10 years ago. But thank you for not giving up. And I am very stubborn, so thank you. And I am so happy. I'm really feel happy right now that I'm peaceful that I have found something better for all my family, extended family members and team members, because I was in a place, I feel like I was in a bottleneck. I couldn't break through. I couldn't provide more and better for my team members or for my company. I feel like I was the limiting factor for everyone else's growth. So now I can say that when we plug into this bigger, better platform, I can provide more and my team members can grow better. So I am happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Hello, everybody. My name is Xiaofang Ma, and I go by Scarlett. And I am part of Tom Parsons and Shelly Wang's team. I'm a really new agent, like newbie agent, just like Ashley. And I've got my license for less than a year. And talking about family, occupation, and dreams, I think there's some kind of correlations between all of them. So I want to talk them at the same time. So I have a family of four. My husband works in IT, and I was working in financial industry. And I have two kids, one 7-year-old girl and one 4-year-old boy. We used to live in California, in Bay Area for long period of time. And during the pandemic, like we both work from home, we started listening to Big Pocket. I don't know if you all hear about the Big Pocket podcast. We learn a lot of investment knowledges, and we learn a lot of how to build our net worth. And in the meanwhile, I have a lot of close friends and family relations. They work in different industries, such as East Asia, like warehousing, East Asia manufacturing for interior materials in the housing market. And they also work in the international logistics to connect East Asia, China, to connect with the US. So, and I also have a lot of friends who are in the investment industry in California, in Bay Area, especially in commercial real estate. and residential and multi-family industry. Also, the like apartment industry. And our guts tells us maybe it's the time for us to jump into the real estate agents because we have a lot of connections for this industry. And during like we hear a lot of podcasts to say that Dallas is the booming area in the whole US, especially the population, the economies. And I also studied here. I went to college in Texas A&M, and I went to my grad school in UT Dallas, and I have a lot of connections in Dallas as well. So my husband and I decided, why not we just move to Texas? Because a lot of people are moving from California to Texas, seeking more opportunities like bigger house, cheaper materials. So we just made our decision and moved to Texas and trying to use all the resources that we have to build our network, talking to the dreams. Our dreams is to build financial freedom. As you guys, I really feel like I'm here in the right place because after hearing everybody's stories, I feel that there is opportunities for us. And there is a lot of chance that I can meet different people working in the investment industry. And I know I'm new, but I'm here to learn and I'm here to gain my knowledge, develop my relations. Hopefully I can step a foot in the real estate business and to build my own networks to achieve that financial freedom that we are always wanting to create. And speak of recreation, I'm just like Michelle. Shala, I'm just like Shala. I'm trying to be an athlete, but not as a. Come with me. Yeah. Be an athlete. But I'm more like the bikini side, like building muscles and trying to get leaner. And my dream is to be one day I can be able to on stage and to just try one competition, maybe gain some, maybe gain some medals or. But my ultimate goal is for the financial freedom that everybody is sitting here. And I'm really grateful and thankful for my team leader, Teresa and Shirley, to give me this opportunity to meet all these great people today. And I hope that I can build my career here. Thank you, everybody.
Well, hello. I'm so happy to see everybody. And I might go out of order a little bit, but I have a lot of information I just want to share with you guys about myself. And I'm just so blessed to be here. And God made a divine connection when He introduced me to Daniel. And it was on a call from NCREA, National Commercial Real Estate Advisors. And I reached out to him for a mentor. And look at me today, I'm here for like 3 years. I love it. This is my. Yes, we went on the metaverse. Yes, and he was an actual person. He wasn't AI. So I came to meet up with him, just looking for a commercial mentor. I didn't really think I was going to change brokerages, but as we have it, here I am. And this is the best brokerage I've ever been with. I've also been with Keller Williams and Coldwell Banker, and this is the best hands down. So this is my second family. My first family, I came from a home of a single parent and humble beginnings. I've been manifesting since I was 9. I was sharing it with Paul. I used to have a little pop-up shop in the breezeway of the apartments, and I sold pickles, Rice Krispie treats, popcorn balls, candy. And me and my sister, we were doing that, and we were always saying what we're gonna have when we get older. And I left home when I was 17, haven't been back, and I've been on a mission to build an empire. I started Hemingway Estates team. I came from property management from apartments, and I've been licensed since 2001. So I thought if I can lease an apartment, I can sell a house. Well, I'm a residential realtor, so I do commercial and residential, and I love both. I'm sorry, I won't pick a side, sorry. Anyways, I do plan on having a subdivision for my family. Family is everything to me. My grandmother is still living, thank God. She just turned 87. So my goal is to have a subdivision and put my family there first. Have them occupy all the homes, and if that doesn't happen, they're gonna live with me, and I'm gonna have a forever home with the mother-in-law's quarters or accessory unit, whatever you wanna call it. and Mama's gonna be there. She's a little nosy, so I want her kind of, I love her to death. I want her close, but it's not too close. But anyway. I plan on building that. I give back. I do internships with the Dallas Community College. I do mentors, and I just love, that's my passion. I can't do all this by myself, so I like a team. I do own a business, Weeby Club of Entertainment. It's a club promotion and event coordinating business. I put that on the back burner so I can build my real estate career. And so I haven't been touching that much. What else do I want to share? I'm artsy, recreational. I love artsy stuff. I love to draw. I love to dance. I love karaoke. I'll be visiting. Yes, and I love DIYs. So yes, I love all of that stuff. I wish I was athletic, Shala, but I did used to be a cheerleader, so I do have a goal to do the split again. Working on it. And what else here? I think that's, oh yeah, CIPS. I'm taking that, Certified International Property Specialist. I love to travel. I've been to lots of countries. I haven't been everywhere yet, but I'm going to Fiji in December. It's my sister's 50th birthday. So I plan to sell resorts and I guess vacation homes. So that's my goal for my CIPS. And I also plan to have a multifamily property, a few investment properties. And I did buy properties, my first condo when I was 26. And I made a few other real estate investments. So I've owned like 5 properties. I sold them all. So I'm ready to buy again. My next purchase will be my forever home in my subdivision. And that's about it.
I'm Paul Roberts, and I'm married to my best friend. She allowed me to build another business, and we went broke, and we lost everything. I lost homes, I lost cars, couldn't feed my kids, and so from this point forward, my wife flies first class, and everything in her life is first class. I spoil her to death. That's probably my occupation now. Because she went through a lot, and I want to spoil her as much as I can. So. Y'all will get to meet her, some of y'all have. She is let me put it this way. She met my mother. My mom came to me 5 seconds later and says, "You have met the one." And I was like, cool, I'm gonna keep her. And I did everything to try to mess that relationship up, but she has stayed with me and she's my rock. I got tons of nicknames for her. She's little Iron Louise. I call her the coach. I call her just about everything in the world. She's a really, I don't like calling her my wife. I think it's kind of boring. I call her a real cool chick. We do travel the world. We've been everywhere. It's been fun. We went to Fiji. That was crazy. We've been to Ireland. We've been to everywhere in pretty much Europe, but it's a blessing. My family now really is I didn't think I'd find another family. I sold my business. I came over here. I got a nickname my first day here from TC. He called me Monkey King. How good is that? I mean, immediately found a family. And I walked, I remember it was in this room. And I remember walking through this little hallway here and go, what am I doing? Do I really want to start over? Do I really want to go in here and do this? Took a deep breath. And here comes TC. He goes, "Hey, Monkey King." And he runs away. He doesn't say anything. He just calls me Monkey King and leaves. And he didn't explain until later, and I'll let him explain one day why he called me Monkey King. But it was just such a blessing. I was like, man, I found a family. How cool is this? Like, are you serious, God? Really? You're going to give this to me? And then everybody I've met since then, on Script and everybody, Bettina. Bettina's already been to my house and we did a podcast together. And, it's just amazing. I think I don't call you all extended family. This is family. My 2 girls are 30 and 27 years old and both do very well. Both got to watch mom and dad screw up a bunch. They got to watch us lose, but lose with grace, which I think is the most important. And they got to see us win and win with humility. And so they're doing very well. So now it's really just about building something great with Daniel and some of the other people. So this is my family. Occupation, I've never considered myself an insurance guy or a financial services guy. That's the business I sold. I don't consider myself a realtor. I build teams. I'm a team builder. I love helping people build unity within inside of teams. I love teaching people that everybody's different. That's okay. I've said this for many years. I think the human heart, the human people are very good. That's why I don't watch the news. I know that we live in a very divided country right now, but I want to share something with you. If we were driving down the interstate right now and a car was turned over because it got hit, every one of us would get out and run to that car to help them. We wouldn't say, hey, are they Republican? Are they Democrat? Are they white? Are they black? Are they Asian? We wouldn't we would run to that car to help them. And that's why I love helping people build teams. Because you gotta understand, that's who we are first. That person that runs after to save another person, that's who we are. Because my occupation has been building teams. And in fact, this is kind of scary. My daughter was in an accident, her car flipped. And the seatbelt was holding her in. And she goes, Dad, I saw everybody running after me. And I've heard you say that for 10 years. They didn't know who I was. They didn't care who I voted for. They didn't care if I was white, black. They didn't care. They were coming to save me to make sure I was okay. And so I love building teams. That's my occupation. It's so much fun getting people to realize that everybody has strengths and weaknesses. And like I'm a A to Z guy. I don't have to have B, C, D, E, F, G. Don't give a crap. Just tell me we're gonna be okay. First, I'll say we're gonna have some fun, right? But you have to have people in your life that do B, C, D, E, F, and G. You got to, right? TC is one of those. He's a B, C, D, and I mean, so that's why I think we're so connected because he teaches me to stay grounded, right? Because I would just jump off the roof and be done with it, right? He would be like, yo, bro, you can't really do that. You should probably, use something before you jump. So you gotta have everybody. So I love building teams. I've been my occupation for 12 years. Recreation, I'm crazy, like this young woman. In fact, we both ran the Dallas Marathon together. Last year, it's coming up here pretty soon. I love running marathons. I wake up early in the morning, I'll run 10, 12, I'll run 20 miles tomorrow morning. I will not be karaoke with you guys tonight. I will be eating carbs. Get ready for a 20-mile run tomorrow. And I do tomorrow morning. And then I do an ice bath right after that. So, that's my recreation, my addiction. I'm very proud to say I'm a recovered alcoholic. I'm a fun recovered alcoholic. Y'all can drink in front of me. In fact, I'll get drinks for you. I wanted to be a person that just wouldn't say, hey, I don't drink, so no one else should drink. So I love to watch everybody around me drink because really I miss a lot of that. If y'all get that, okay? You got it, because I was drunk. Okay, anyhow, so I love watching y'all, but I'm proud of that, and a lot of that went over, and that's why I do run. My addiction turned into something much greater. My wife, that's why I call her Little Iron Louise, and I call her Coach because she gets up at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. and goes to races with me. I don't know, that's exhilarating, guys, because you have to sit there for 2 to 4 hours waiting for me to come back. It's exciting when I leave and exciting when I come back. That's it. And she goes, I'd rather do that than where we used to be. So that's my recreation. I got a lot more than that, but my dreams, I sold a business. I had no clue my life was going to turn out like that. And I had no clue the amount of money I was going to make. And so I kind of thought my dreams were done until I met this group here, until I met y'all. And really my biggest dream right now is to earn the respect of the people I respect in this room, to earn the respect of the people that aren't in this room. I want to earn the respect of Jim Sanford. Don't even know him. I mean, I know him. He doesn't know me. He will know me. But I want to earn the respect of the people I respect. And that's my dream. And I'm going to fight very hard for that because I am 54. I kind of retired, like you were saying, like, what am I going to do next? Right. And thank God, Colin walked into my office when I was closing it down. And he actually said those words, what are you going to do next? And I said, I don't know, I'm going to flip some homes. Because you ever thought about real estate? I said, yeah, you can't do it the way I built an insurance company coast to coast. It was a network marketing type deal. You can call it MLM, I don't give a crap. And I wish. And so I don't sorry. Well, I love when people tell me that with EXPs. Well, I don't know, it's awesome. Because I can teach so many people to get rich here. Oh my God, I'll say that to them. So where was I? I lost track.
I did too.
Daniel, I thought TC was gonna get us. So Colin walked in and said, what are you gonna do next? And I said, I don't know. I said, I can't build real estate the way I can do insurance. I can't build coast to coast because the brokers were the boss and they got egos and I want to punch them all. And he said, no, don't worry about that. He goes, we have a different model. I need you to meet my 2 business partners. Within 48 hours, I was in this office meeting this young man right here. And he goes, sky's the limit, bro. You can do whatever you want to. And so I was like, yes. So thank God I met Colin and you introduced me and introduced me to great people. Took me to Cabo. And I can't say, I'm just like you, I can't say enough about Daniel. I went to Cabo, nobody knew me. He took his time, Charlotte, to take and introduce me to everybody. And I was just like, dude, you can do your thing. But here was the coolest part about it, ready? Is I would walk around and they'd say, who are you? Who you with? I said, I'm part of Daniel Ainsberg. And every damn one of them is like, oh my God, I love that man. They just did nothing but talk great about it. You know what I'm saying? And again, I was like, thank you God, thank you God. So kind of living my dream, but I've still got more dreams. I want to earn the respect of TC. I want to earn the respect of Daniel. I want to earn the respect of Jim and so many other people. Thank you.
Hi all, my name is Mohammed. I'm new to Texas. This is my second year in Texas. We moved from Seattle, Washington. I'm married, but I have 3 kids. All of them, 2 of them, they refuse to come to Texas because they still love Washington. They like the rain, they like the gloomy weather. Yeah, because they have their friends there. I mean, they are born there. Just my little kid, she came with me. She's in Allen High School. Actually, I'm very blessed to join this great team. I'm new in real estate in Texas, but I have an experience in overseas. I work in Dubai in real estate for almost 5 years, selling different kinds of residential house. I mean, one of the projects I used to sell, it was like a floating villas in the middle of the sea, and even how to sell this kind of villas. It have been sold through like FaceTime call. Even the client didn't come. The clients are buying from Russia, from Italy, from China, from different places. I'm a mechanical engineer, so I like to analyze everything. So I go deep into numbers. I'm not a talkative person, but I like to analyze data. I like to see the requirements of my clients. I want to meet the requirements with a good solution to my customers. I've been traveling all over the world. I was lucky to try different kind of work. I worked as a chef in Paris. I was doing my master's in Paris. So I worked as a chef in one of the restaurants in Paris. It's called Nova. Also I worked in Italy in a pizzeria restaurants. And the funny thing that when I went to Italy, I wanted to try the authentic food of Italy. They told me you have to go to this restaurant. It's in Milan. So when I'm from Egypt, originally from Egypt. So when I went in the restaurant, the chef was an Egyptian guy. So I liked it. And I asked him, can I join you? Yeah, and I worked with him for like 1 year just doing pizza in Italy. So I woke up anytime before I eat the pasta. I'm here, guys, for you. So, my dream is is to achieve something good in real estate in Texas. I mean, especially with a good team. I joined teams before here in Dallas, and when I compare the old teams with the new teams, I think I'm on the right path now with EXP and with TPT team. So thank you guys.
Hey everyone, I'm Cynthia Day, and I've got a 9-year-old little guy. He's really my everything. I'm trying to figure out how to have it all, right? How to run a very successful business, to not let him, suffer, or be extremely present with my little guy and then my business suffers, right? So trying to figure out how to have a balance and how to set things up. So that is currently where I'm at in my business. I've been a real estate agent and broker since 2009. So I was a crazy person that decided to get into this when the whole world was, crashing and burning in the market. And then I decided to become a broker, basically because I had my little dude back in, 2015. I could not be out in the streets slanging houses, 70 hours a week, right? Like someone had to be home. I had a baby attached to me. So that's when I started building a team. And I built my team out of a necessity and then kind of went the traditional broker route, right? Like started my own brokerage, went independent. And to be honest with you, back in, when did I find you, Daniel?
Dim sum.
At Dim Sum.
Where we're going to.
So, I know. My sister and I were going to kind of develop a commercial division. Well, I found Judy on the internet. And I was like, I need someone to teach my sister commercial because I don't even, I can't even work the calculator. That's how well I am at math. And so we found Judy. Love you, Judy. And Judy's been an incredible mentor. And I found you guys at Build, and I was not looking to join anyone else, right? And met Daniel. Daniel saw the vision, realized that what you guys had was going to help propel, right, and add more value. And I have found more than just value, being with this group. Definitely found family. I can finally say I've got my head out of my rear end, right? And I am surrendering more to my purpose in life to show up to be who God created me to be, right? In this lifetime, on this planet, right here, right now. Super present, so ready to show up and go to work for God, right? I definitely need to come out here and start running with you guys.
We have a group.
I need to start doing this, right? Because I think food is probably my favorite sport. I love to travel. I love to eat food. I love culture. I love spice. Like, I think I love Indian and, Thai, Asian food so much because, like, if you put like 17 spices in one dish, like, you got me. So, I love food. I love culture. I love flavor, and I love to travel. So I like to kind of get off the beaten path. I don't just want to do the westernized things that there are to do in other countries. Like, I actually like to see and experience the culture and the people, right? And I guess, really my dream is just to get paid to be myself, right? To liberate others to be exactly who they are, their most authentic expression. And, being able to do that through the vehicle of real estate, bringing people together, communities together, finally not making it about myself, right? Getting out of my own way and just really show up and be who other people need, right? So anyway, that's about me.
I get so nervous talking, but here we go. So family, I have 3 kids. My oldest is 26. I'm like you, I look young, but I'm not. So 26 is my oldest, and then he has a little boy. So I am a grandma of a 1.5-year-old. And then I have a 22-year-old that we're trying to get out of the house. So don't hear this, Jenny. And then we have our little Mia. So Mia is going to be 8, she's 7. And I always tell Mia this, whatever you believe is going to happen. So whatever you put in your mind, that's exactly what you're going to achieve. So if you're trying to get more clients, then you need to speak in the present. Oh, I'm helping this many clients right now. You don't speak in the future because you're putting that into your, they call it the what is it? I have it on here. I'll come back to it. But whatever you speak, it has to be like in the present. I'm already helping this family. I'm already achieving this dream. And I remember at the beginning of the year, we started this program with Cynthia. And I already have my vision board, but she said, let's go ahead and create one for everybody. So I put on there that I was gonna get my first $1 million listing. I've been in real estate about 10 years. And I was like, I'm gonna get my first real estate $1 million listing. And I recently moved to Grapevine about 3 years ago, but I was like, I'm gonna sell property in South Lake. And I put on there $1 million listing on my vision board when we started that group. And I got my sale in South Lake for 1.899. So I was able to sell that. I was like, thank you. Whatever you put in your mind, it works. And I always tell my daughter that. I wish that I was able to share that with my kids when they were younger. But I mean, I'm starting over again, right? So I have a 26 and an 8-year-old. So it's crazy. So the next thing I wanted to share with you guys was also occupation. So like I said, I've been in business for about 10 years being a realtor. Prior to that, I was in the nonprofit world. So I did 8 years of foreclosure prevention, housing counselor. So we did pre-purchase, post-purchase, credit counseling. So I know all of that stuff. I know all of the back end of the real estate stuff. And coming from an educational background, I wanted to give back. So I am a mentor here at EXP as well. I help about 10 agents with their transactions. So you can just imagine, they have about 1 or 3 going at the same time. So it's a lot. And I wanted to share the other thing I wanted to share with you guys. I know Daniel has this on his shirts, your network is your net worth, and that is very true. In the next 5 years, where will you be? You're gonna be, I was reading this book that it says that you're gonna be where the people you meet, that's gonna be important in the next 5 years, the people you meet now, the places you go, and the books you're reading as well. The reason why that's important is because going back to, being able to bring energy into the group. I love being able to bring energy into this group just because, our half of the time we spend it with our family and half of the time we spend it with our clients, right? So being able to spend it with half of the time here as well, bringing that energy is very important because you have to bring joy. I love the way Teresa spoke right now. She looks like she's so joyful, so I'm excited to work with her as well. And I work very close to Cynthia. Cynthia and I, we live in the same neighborhood, and we're starting to run. So we've been running for about, I've been running with her for about 2 weeks, but I've been running for about a month. So I do like to work out, but I also like to eat. So that's why I'm still the size that I am. But I just wanted to share that with you. I'm very grateful to be in this group. So it's not about your split. It's not about, the broker. It's about the people you do life with. So the people you're working towards, achieving your goal. That's what's important. So thank you so much. That's it.
Happy lunchtime. I am Brian Clark. Very grateful to be here. It's been a pleasure to get to know all of you. I am very sort of new to being a real estate agent, although I'm not new to real estate. I bought and sold a lot of property over the last 4 or 5 years. I'm down to 5 properties right now and trying to get to a couple left. But Paul brought up a great point earlier about, what is your why? And my why is my family. I am married to an amazing woman. She's 100% Italian. So she can cook like you wouldn't believe. But it's funny, I've been to Italy so many times with my wife, and I've experienced that. We're like, this is the best restaurant ever. You go in there and it's a foreigner who's the cook. So yes, love food too. I'm definitely a foodie. But my why is definitely my family. I have 3 kids. I have a 26-year-old that just left the house. Just left. Got her own place in Frisco. Woo! And then I have twin boys that are 18. They are talking about athletics a lot. They're what I would consider to be world-class athletes. They're both Division I lacrosse players. So you'll get to see them play on ESPN this spring. So that is super exciting for me and my wife. to kind of see the success that they're having. Occupation wise, like Paul, I came from the insurance business. I've been doing that for 25 years, along with a little real estate on the side, along with professional hockey agency on the side as well. But a big part of what I did in the insurance business was a lot like what EXP is, which is the platform part of it. So I would be part of the corporate entity, if you will, that would actually build the platform that could attract people to the opportunity. And that was one of the things that I was most proud of in my career, was actually sort of creating being part of the team that created the opportunity where people could be very successful. And so that's what, as soon as Paul introduced me to this concept and this platform, I was like, ooh, this is really interesting. Because the residual income opportunity and just being very entrepreneurial, and then the team aspect of it. And once I got out here and got to meet Daniel and the team and some of the more senior people, I got very excited about this as an opportunity, because I've been very fortunate. I've had a lot of success in the insurance business. But when I saw this, I was like, this is something I'm really interested in. I'm very passionate about it. My wife is very passionate. She's actually still in the insurance business, but I'm pretty sure that when she retires, hopefully in the next 18 months, that she'll want to join me in this, because she could be really, really good at it, right, Paul? So as far as just recreation, I'll just go quick here. I absolutely love pickleball. I am freaking addicted to pickleball, to the point where I actually want to be a professional pickleball. And I'll tell you, it is the best social activity you could ever do for your business. Like just 2 days ago, I was playing pickleball, talking to a good friend of mine. He's like, hey, I just bought this 25,000 square foot warehouse up in North Florida. And I said, do you have any, are you looking for lessees or people to lease your space yet? And he's like, no, we just got started. I said, hey, I can help you with that. And he's like, well, I thought you did residential. I said, no, we do commercial too. And it was to the point we were making earlier, is we got this amazing team at EXP that we can lean on. And I can easily pick up the phone and call these guys and say, hey, I found this client, come help me. So that was another thing that was really attractive about this opportunity. So play pickleball. Because you will get leads. I promise you will get leads. Everybody, there's so many real estate agents too, by the way, that play pickleball. And so as far as my dreams, I think where real estate sort of comes into one of my dreams, and obviously my biggest dream is to see my kids be, successful in life and just be happy. And like Paul said, I live for making my wife happy too. And so that's my why, that's my dream. But one of my dreams that's sort of attached to real estate is to find, not necessarily the perfect piece of real estate, but a great piece of real estate where I can help other people. And, specifically, help people with sort of spiritual wellness, mental wellness, different things like that. Because sort of over the years, I've been through a lot myself. And I've sort of built up this network of people around me. And I would love to have sort of a place where, people could come and get spiritually well. And I'm not talking about religiously well, I'm just talking about spiritually well. So that is a huge dream that I have. I would love for it to be in Florida. I actually live in Naples, Florida now. So my first sale was my house here in Coppell. We're under contract, and hopefully with the appraisal and all that stuff going through, we're going to close on the 23rd. So my first sale, very fortunate. It was a $1.1 million deal. So very excited about that. But one of the other things that I like to do with this Texas connection is connect people to Southwest Florida. And so if you have clients, some of you talked about sort of the luxury market that I know you guys are talking about, you talked about it as well. There's lots of people in Texas that buy in Florida. And so I could sort of be your ears and eyes on the ground in Florida as you need it. So looking forward to continuing to get to know you better and work with all of you. And thanks for your time.
We got Debbie from Austin, drove all the way from Austin, Texas. 4-time icon? 3? Almost. All right.
Hello, Dallas. Get my way. Daniel got me out of bed at 5 and dragged me here to Dallas. I'm happy to be here. I'm Debbie Tran, and I'm from Austin, originally from California. Talking about family. So basically for me, EXP is family. I joined EXP from a small little brokerage, so it's like a discount brokerage. Our fees was $99 per transaction. And then Daniel and Calvin decided that they wanted to have me join the team. I was like, what are you thinking? 20% split? But you know what? I'm grateful. I've been here for 3 years. I hit icon 3 times, thanks to all you guys. And then the wonderful thing about family is that I remember last year I went out to California, and then Charles Swanberg go, hey, let's go to EXP event. So I came, and James was there, and it was a family. I mean, whenever you're at an EXP event, it just feels like, you know, it's home. We connect well, we network well. So that's one good thing about, you know, EXP. I have 2 kids. My son is 30 and my daughter is 26. And my son wanted to become a real estate agent. So he's getting his license in California and wanted to join EXP because he wanted my stocks. So that's the next thing. At first, I didn't understand stocks, right? So just saying that within the last 3 years I've been with EXP, my stock has been pretty well, because every time you hit icon, you get stocks. Every time you cap, you get stock. You recruit someone, you get stocks. So that's the other benefit of being, you know, with EXP. And then of course, joining mentorship. So I'm one of the mentors. I cut from 15 down to 5 because that's all I can manage. And I want to make sure that people are successful. So giving back is the other thing about EXP, the culture. So as far as occupation, I am what you call a jack of all trades, but master of none. I basically do real estate and also I do mortgage, but you know, it's just fun to do. I do it because I'm happy, I enjoy doing it, not because of the money. As far as recreation, work is basically a hobby. It's not really work, so I enjoy what I do. And then my dreams. I think I am living my dreams because every day I wake up, I'm like, I get to do it again. So with that, I can work if I want to. You know, I don't have to go to work if I want to. And you can't do that with any jobs. It's only in our profession that you're able to do so. So seeing that, and my kids seeing that, they both wanted to, you know, be in this industry. They think that it's, you know, it's easy. It's just setting the foundation, having a system in place. And once you get that done well, then it comes naturally, you know, it's just secondhand, you don't really think about it, you just do it. So I'm always here to connect. I'm always here to help. Anyone that ever want to reach out, I'm always available.
I like that.
Hi, everybody. My name is Maria Lame. I am a new agent. I have been with 3 different brokerages this year. EXP is by far the best. I've been with KW. I've been with the, you know, lower fee brokerages, and I've definitely seen the difference from all 3. Now, as far as Ford, I've really been thinking on that one. Family is everything to me. My ultimate goal is to be, you know, have financial freedom. I love to give. I want to give as much as possible. Occupation, I've been in the beauty industry, I've been in corporate world, and now I'm in the real estate business. Recreation, I love working out. I'm sorry guys, And as far as dreams, I love to travel. And I just want to, keep traveling the world, as much as possible.
Thank you for sharing all your stories. It was amazing. I just love to hear everyone's stories, and I know one of my big passions is really volunteering. I just volunteer for everything, and I just love to give back because I love people, generally just love people, loving to understand people's stories and histories. But I'm also a deal junkie. So hearing all these stories right now, I was already talking to Ernesto about medical, because we're going to start building a medical office practice when everyone's talking about investments, multifamily, development, construction. Many of us, I know we have all different skill sets, but with what I'm building, the organization or eventually Renaissance, it's going to be a venture capital firm, basically. A VC, PE, and we know this is the ingredient. So just, please connect with me on LinkedIn. I want to create an opportunity to help us, whatever our skill sets, whatever we start to finish, to create that financial freedom, to give back, help spend more time with your family, just be free of the 9 to 5, so your nut is covered. But one thing we always note is, one, you always need that platform to find the opportunity. Once you have the opportunity, you do need capital, right? It just doesn't happen, right? How do you raise and build and put the capital stack together? Whether we want to outsource or run it, operational skill set, right? Who and what services, like if it's restaurants, that's a specific operational skill set. If it's development, if it's investment, many of us, all of us, just by listening, has so many different skill sets. By putting the opportunity together, and I'll say I'm very ambitious, as Daniel knows. It could be, let's learn the business, plug in, make some money. And that's why I started when I was at Marcus and Milligan. I took that money and a light bulb went on in my head. Geez, I'm finding all these off-market deals. I'm going to buy deals. I bought so many deals that a senior at M&M said, "You're not a broker anymore. You're a principal." So I got the hell out of Dodge, right? I'm like, okay, I'm leaving, forming my own first brokerage company. And my brokerage company, because if you create the right culture and system, it grows itself out to time. The issue I forgot was I like to do deals. But when my brokerage turned into 180 commercial brokers and we were doing about 2 billion in sales, crazy, until 2007, 2009. But during that platform, I was doing fix and flip, property management, remember loan mods, right? We were doing loan mods till the banks wanted to do the loan mods and knock us out of the business. But so by putting this platform together and hearing, I have an idea. We can put a business plan, a deck together, run numbers to see how viable it is, wherever around the world. And so I was able to really think, oh my gosh, if we could tie traveling to business, transactions, leasing, business brokerage concepts, yogurt land, boba, whatever the concepts, it is scalable not only in the US, but around the world. It's just, where does that fit, right? How do we want to set like a test kitchen, a pop-up, right? There's ways to put these businesses together. And I want to share, because we have a lot of people from EO, different credentials, to start teaching people entrepreneurial skill sets, how to do business plans, with SCORE. And we volunteered for many of these trade groups, teaching. The good thing is, if then with the capital stack, we can create opportunities for jobs. We can create investment opportunities, free, friends and family raised. We all heard about that. Seed, Series A, going public. When I was in New York, we all know Joanna, a lot of us are ARIA members. Through all these relationships, we figured out how to raise private equity, venture capital to go public. Not everything goes public, as we know. But these are these dreams and opportunities, and I would say skill sets, where we take some of these ideas, we let you, because not everyone sees this inside game, right? You always read about the deals when it's done, the company when it's public, when it's done. But if we can teach people through just learning, and I would say case study, right? MBA people case study, right? You read case studies until you're dead. But you learn of these different case studies and opportunities of how to plug in. You just, at a cocktail party or somewhere else through your network, goes, I think I've got something. We can then hear about it plug it in, vet the opportunity, because within our group, whatever industry, tech, real estate, consumer products, we all have the skill set and our network. And creating that opportunity for whatever person brings in, how do we run it? Letting our friends and family, I would say, creating a fund called Funds to Freedom, right? Because our excess capital money, we want to put it in play. We don't take all the risk. Diversify, buy real estate, however you do it, but maybe 5% of your income could go into very high venture. But if we're insiders, and this is an insider game, because I've invested in a lot of fintech and other startups, sometimes they hit. You need the exit. You can always say money after you. The valuation goes very high, right? Until you get an exit, a liquidity situation. But that's why my brain is just going crazy. But that's why setting the platform, working with each company, and whoever now is operations. I have an operational team that's going to learn whoever runs operations to work with other operational people, how to do it from the marketing to the back office to the referrals, and teach it at each component and each part to say, I got some. Tying it to global, setting up a nonprofit. We all ran ARIA and other stuff. We know how to set up nonprofits to give back, and what is it? And I was lucky in New York, one of my friends is part of the UN, and they said, if you're a nonprofit doing good, if it follows, what they're trying to accomplish, we're happy to put you on the deck. That's how Fiopsi got on the deck. They got to speak and be on the calendar for the UN. So there's a lot of things that I'm listening and learning from everyone. We want to help everyone be free. We know you're not going to retire and sleep on the bed and just do nothing, right? You're going to find something to do. Some ways to give back, right? That gives you true purpose. But just learning it, you guys inspire me even more. So I'll tell you that we can all learn from each other and create a way to free everyone so we can give back, create a nonprofit, travel the world while we're doing business and looking and learning culture, customs, everything else. So my mind is spinning, and I'm really excited. Always, I like to always plug in. I always said I like to be a war general. I don't lead from the back. I lead from the front. I like to be in battle and eat the same foods and do the same things as everyone else. That's how you really know what's really going on. So with that, trying to help everyone, please connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm going to strategize which each group will catch up and talk, because I want to know operationally, how do we support you, marketing, cross-selling services to make more income, right, with the relationships everyone have. And they're obviously building funds and other things we can invest in, small amount, right? Build the right diversification, but with a small amount, because we have good ideas and good opportunities. Maybe we open it up so you can learn, and maybe you hit the right fund, the right deal. And I may have one right now that I can ask my partners that before we hit Series A, if they'll let me open it up. And there's a lot of startup companies I'm involved in. And that's why, you see me popping up on different things. But now that I'm not corporate, I can reveal a lot of the boards and startups and advisory I do for a lot of startup organizations. So this is exciting for all of us. And help your family first, right? It's being connected and around certain people. We free it and then we just pay it forward. But thank you for sharing your stories. Please connect with me. I really love everyone's stories, learning about everyone, and let's all, play it forward. Have fun, right? Let's all have fun tonight too. Daniel.
Thank you, Jim. I think we got everyone. Got one, but she's shy. Okay. We have people on Zoom. We had 20, now we're down to 5. Let's see if they're building these other partners, but they stuck it in. Laura, you want to unmute your mic?
Yeah.
Hold
You
on,
hear me?
get your screen up. Oh, I think I see you. Perfect, we see you.
All right. So yes, my name is Laura Vang. I'm a West Texan from Wisconsin, but I do have a beach house in Texas there that I go visit quite a bit. I'll actually be back there in about 2 weeks or so. I actually came across EXP a couple years ago, right as Jim Huang was building EXP Commercial. I actually met Jim in Chicago when he was doing a tour. And then after that, a couple months later, I ended up joining EXP. I met Calvin in the bathroom of a Chinese restaurant, and that's that was in Orlando at Shareholders, and that's where I met Daniel as well, and the rest of the Panda Pack, and that's where I got to meet their amazing network of people, and it's just been super fun and amazing. After that, like I get to know a lot of people because that was literally 2 months after I joined EXP, and my sponsor is also out of Dallas, but EXP being a massive company, 75,000 some people at that point. I didn't really know anybody else, so it was a great experience to know the Panda Pack and get connected to everybody. Um, and I'm not directly connected to Daniel's organization, but I appreciate all the opportunities to hang out with Daniel, to learn from Daniel, and all that. And again, it just goes to show the generosity of Daniel and Calvin and everybody else there, and EXP as well. That even though we're part of different organizations, we collaborate and we share, and we still grow along with everybody else. So, family-wise, the fourth thing, I have 3 kids, wife, and we love to travel. Occupation, I'm a realtor with EXP. Um, Interestingly, when I first joined EXP, I did sign up for the commercial side, but I wasn't quite ready yet to jump and go 100% into that. So I had to go back to the realty side because I had a couple listings coming up anyway. But I'm thinking now I might be pretty close to making that leap now. So been building my group. I have 13, 14 some agents in my organization right now. So trying to backfill and have those referral sources for my residential stuff so that I can move on to the bigger and more exciting places of commercial real estate. So recreation, love to travel, love to eat like some of you guys. Food is kind of like my sport. Um, I'm actually going to be in a juicing diet so I can get ready for Vegas and for Aria and Miami for EXPCon. So trying to lose some weight here. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I love to travel.
When you start, I gotta start with you.
So I'm waiting for my juice to come in, Daniel. But yeah, and then dreams, of course. For me, I mean, just like everybody else, I'm here to chase my dream of freedom, right? It's not about just sleeping in your bed, although that's a nice thing to do when to have that option. But we get to do the awesome things that we do, right? And I think it's like as of right now, I'm already really like excited every day. I get to wake up and do real estate. I used to be an engineer. Used to dread going to the office every day, and it was very miserable that kind of lifestyle. But it's very different now, and still working towards it, and excited for the future and getting into commercial real estate eventually. So,
All right, thank you, Laura. We have a Rebecca or Andy. Are you guys able to unmute? I know Andy's probably fixing a private jet right now. Rebecca, I don't know which Rebecca this is. But okay. Well, if that is it, I will end it. Not yet, but you want to talk about that? But I'm gonna share my forward, and then you want to share advocacy, or you want to go advocacy first? Advocacy first.
Hey guys, so I don't know if you guys know about the Children's Advocacy Center of Collin County. Do you guys? Okay. Do you want to hear a sad story? Or do you just want to know what iHeart EXP is doing? Okay. All right. Well, sorry. I know you wanted both, but I'll come back. So iHeart EXP is our community endeavor that we're doing at EXP. And what EXP North Texas, we have a committee of leaders that are of different organizations that are coming together to help support a cause. We are so blessed in Collin County. You guys know that. You talked about this. So much to be grateful for. We called so many organizations, and a lot of them, it wasn't easy to try to help them. Call the Children's Advocacy Center. They said, yes, please, thank you, we need your help. They advocate for children that have gone through horrible sexual violence, right? What happens if you're a parent of a young child and you find out that your child has been sexually assaulted or molested for years on end, you call the police, and then they have to testify, and you have to make a decision, do you want your child to go through that? You've seen the movies, right? Children's Advocacy Center, you take your child there, not yours, but your friend. This is what happened for me over 20 years ago. Took their daughter there. They had a counselor in place. They had a court reporter in place. They had a police officer in place. They had a nurse in place, all there in one place. They had cameras. They had a room. They had the doll. They had play therapy. They had everything there for that child. So that child could testify in a safe place, not have to go to court 3 months later and testify in a big room in front of the judge. They had everything in place for that child so that that person who hurt that child went to jail. They need our help. And what we're doing is, this is easy. Us as realtors, we're kind of the people that are in touch with our community, right? Our business is our database. What is our job is to stay in relationship. So because we have the relationships in our communities, we can actually reach out to our database, to the relationships that we have and say, hey, especially if they're close to us. This is a service that our company, EXP, and my fellow realtors that are amazing are supporting. You guys, be a part of this. And what we're doing is we're collecting new diapers, new wet wipes, new hygiene products. Those go directly to the centers because it's not just babies or children, it's also young ladies and young men. They need hygiene products too. We're also collecting used items that go to the thrift store. Daniel's front office, you know, it's not always like that. You're like, what is all this stuff? He's collecting items that are going to be donated to the thrift store. Those items get sold and then the funds go back to the center. It's not cheap, as y'all can imagine, to put bad guys in jail, but it's worth it. And we can do it with your help. So please, as the advocates in your community, the connectors in your community, the people in your community, use your business to help an amazing cause. And it also deepens your relationships in your community. Cool? Oh, get together is when? October 8th, which is Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday. We're gonna do Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday, 4 to 6 here. And it's a Daniel Ng house party, so you know it's.
Thank you. All right, well, we're gonna go to Karen reports. Really quick on the Ford family, has always been important. You know, we lost grandma right at the beginning of COVID, but just the old age of 104, and just, she was always been my rock growing up when I went to visit, my grandparents in Hong Kong. And we got to, you know, bring her over at age 100. So just got to be at her end of the life, be at the bedside and just be there. And I'll always remember that and cherish that. My parents were hardworking ever since I was a little kid. When I was born, they were out of the restaurant business already and just getting out of it. And they went to real estate. So I grew up seeing everything, seeing my father pour concrete, doing roofs, repairing. You know, typical Asian houses, our dishwasher is the drying rack. We didn't have that drying rack because we moved it to a rental. So it was like the rice bucket area that we had. So we didn't have a dishwasher because, you know, we had rental properties. So just, you know, the family's important. You know, my wife, my 3 kids, actually 4 because one in heaven. And, you know, that's my family. And then occupation right now, I think is really just being life in the group. I enjoy that. I don't look at real estate or team building as occupation. I know that my purpose is, and God has placed me here because sometimes we try to search, what does God want? What does God want? He's already placed you. You don't have to search, right? Big or small, right? So just do what you know, what you're called to do, right? You don't have to search. So, and then recreation, what I look to do for fun, I don't know. Grill, take pictures, yeah. So, photo taking is my creative outlet. I don't really like the editing part, but I like seeing you guys smile. And I like, taking, capturing those moments. And, so, growing up, I did go fishing with dad a lot, but, maybe that's something I'll pick up. I don't know yet. I just trying to figure out what I want to do. Recreation and dreams. Dreams is, when you guys were sharing, I think the dream is, seeing the vision. And when I'm not here one day, this continues on. The network, our children getting together, our children masterminding together, helping each other out, our grandchildren getting together. This is generational. What we're doing can impact generations. And I truly, truly believe that. Because I see people in our organization, because not everyone knows everyone, but for some reason I'm like that connector, and I hear stories. I know like stories, and I see it, and and I know God has put me to be the light, but not me. This is not you're not joining me. You're part of this. And one of the slides I had was, what are we as partners bringing to the table together? Right. And that's going to be impactful. Teresa saw when I joined here from my previous brokerage almost 4 years ago, it's changed, right? She's seen my change. She's seen that, there's something different. And so she actually called me. She called me like, Daniel, I wanted to ask you some questions. And then I'm just sharing. And that's the dream. The dream is when I'm not here one day, that I made an impact in everyone's lives as much as I can. And from there, we just continue to eat, enjoy, and continue to grow and bring to the table. So today we're going to go to Kieran Court. It's a round table. There's a lazy Susan. We get to share, and let's enjoy a meal together. And I know we'll go from there. We got a lot to do. So. All right, and then karaoke. So if you can invite more people, it'll be fun. It'll be casual. BYOB. If you want to bring food, you can. If you want me to grill, I can grill. You just let me know. Okay. I thought past that yet. I was focusing on this morning's video meeting. Thank you.